Welcome to the Dresselhime campaign, brought to you by the TTRPGProject.com, featuring the non-voice actor cast of the Dawning Titans, Adonis Kronos, Guinevere Ashenthorn, and Gelt Genlith. The TTRPGProject.com is proud to present the Dresselhime campaign using the Tarren Age of Fantasy D100 system. The Tarren Age of Fantasy Beta 2, currently available for those who want to join the beta test at the TTRPGProject.com. Join today, become a member, buy merch, subscribe, leave a rumble, like, a thumbs up, better yet, comment down below. All these things help the TTRPG Project bring you the Dresselhime campaign, featuring these non-voice actors. And now, on to the show.
Say the prayers. Yeah,
All
everything's
right.
all together.
With any luck, this duct tape operation will hold it together. Welcome back, everybody. So, we are now starting the first official campaign moment for the Dawning Titans. Good choice on the name, by the way. The three of you have been down in your cabin aboard the ship. You have finally come out of your cabin, come above deck to see the commotion of everyone looking out, and you are seeing the sea gates leading into the port of Corvus. You see in the distance people waving and cheering, and eventually as the ship grows closer, you can actually begin to hear the cheering and see the banners that people are waving to welcome the arrival of the SS Whoops. The three of you are on main deck, crowded with several other people, and immediately the Corgi crew, who you notice all of the Corgi crew is donning full armor and sabers, begin to herd the crowds to the sides of the ship as the crew itself begins to line up in formation, and many of them are holding on to what are too thick to be staves, but some form of wooden beams for a variety of who knows what reason. And as the formation finally comes together and the crowds have been moved to the side, the first mate, Elizabeth, begins to stomp her foot at the front of the ship, and immediately all of the Corgi crew begin to stomp and pound these wooden rods into the deck until a rumble can be felt through just emanating throughout all of the deck. And right as the ship begins to pass through the gates of the seaport, you see even more people gathered on the docks, waiting and cheering. Laprade, Lycanthrope, Pantheran, humans, Dragonborn, all gathered, some ogres even, all gathered and waiting. The Corgi crew splits in half, and as they split, the deck floor begins to open. You can hear the turnings of gears and chains as slowly a statue made of blue stone, just blue crystalline stone, begins to rise up out of the ship's deck until finally coming to a rested position. You are now staring at a 30-foot high statue of the goddess Galesh, the moon goddess of the Lycanthrope people and the official goddess of the kingdom of Talinar. The Corgi crew that are holding the wooden rods slide the rods into the granite base of the statue where the holes are ready for them to lift. And right as the ship turns to bring the port side along to the dock, the Corgi crew lifts and hoists and turns the statue so that she's no longer facing the front of the ship, but facing the onlookers upon the dock. As the ship comes to the dock, many gangplanks are quickly thrown over and constructed to make a large gangplank. Elizabeth, the first mate, draws her saber and leads the march procession of the crew with the statue of their goddess down the makeshift gangplanks to rest on its position in the port. There's cheering, there's gathering. You hear, as you look up, you see the familiar bartender, this time with a glowing stone held up to his throat, speaking and his voice being amplified out as he informs the crowd and thanks them for the welcome return and the crew's joy of bringing the goddess back to Dresselhime. All is well, You're all told basically, hey, this is the end of the line, shove off. And along with many other guests, the crew helps you all down the gangplanks and off. You see most people being hurtled away towards the immigration lines and office for customs, but you are among the few who already have your paperwork in order. And it is here, in the port, next to the exit that'll lead you into town, that I turn the table over to the three of you. You are at the port. There's lots of people who've come to welcome the ship. You see many of the lycanthropes and other beast people holding bouquets of moon lilies that they've come to place at the feet of the statue that the crew has brought with them. The floor is yours.
Let's kind of just look around the new place, get a feel for everything.
Well, right now, you're in port. Like I said, all that's really going on in port right now is all of these people gathered to welcome the ship in and to come and bring their offerings to the moon goddess. Beyond that, you just see traders who are kind of, they don't want to be disrespectful to what's going on, but at the same time, they're a little annoyed because they're trying to get paperwork done or they're trying to get their cargo offloaded, and everything's been brought to a standstill for at least a little while.
Gotcha.
Sure.
Well, let's go see if we can.
Can we go to the guardhouse and maybe get information about what's going on with the hero and festivals and stuff that's happening in town?
I think that might the barracks might not be the place for that.
The guardhouse, you can do that. You exit the port and enter the city proper. There's a guardhouse right nearby, most likely because it's by the port. There's a dragonborn with kind of ruddy red and brown scales, little darkness on one side. He sees the three of you approaching and immediately walks up holding what appears to be a visitor's pamphlet in his hand. Welcome to Corvus. Welcome. Here you are. Clearly, the three of you are new. And he hands you all the pamphlet, and it's a map of the town. Not every location is listed, but all of the points of major interest are present on the map that he hands all of you. Welcome to Corvus. As you can see, we are... And as he's talking, people are kind of like bumping into the three of you and bumping into him as people are moving by. As you can see, this time of year, we are very, very, very busy. Normally, the population of Corvus is around 30,000. Right now, because of the running of the festival, there's about 320,000 people here. And by the time the festival happens, there'll be about 400,000.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Yes, because while Champions Day is not celebrated all over the world, it is known of all over the world, and people come to celebrate it. So he gives you the map. The three of you are you here for just the festival, or are you looking at long-term stay?
Long-term stay.
Ah, so I take it, and he kind of looks around at the three of you, realizes that the ship just came into port and you guys have already made it through. So you must have already had all your paperwork and your guild recognition done. If you're looking at long-term stay, right now things are a little bit packed. I believe the Poorhouse and the Dragon's Lily are still taking in people who are seeking temporary residency. Long-term residency, you'll have to probably talk to them or see about more permanent housing. Which you could see, the Guild Master's office can handle both potentially housing needs for long-term stay, and you'll probably want to talk to them and also about finding yourself some work. Assuming that you have your guild recognitions, you shouldn't have any trouble finding work. Otherwise, welcome to Dresselhime, and welcome to Corvus.
All right. gonna be a great time.
At about this moment, he sees another group of individuals who look lost, kind of wandering about, and he politely does a little bit of a nod, and if you'll excuse me, you there, you're new, and he pulls out another pamphlet.
Yeesh. Same thing over and over. Rough day.
All right.
He
Well,
seems to actually enjoy his job.
That's good.
that's good. I guess let's head to the guild hall so we can at least get some work, because we don't necessarily have a lot of money.
I mean, we have some silver. We have enough to maybe go see how much a room is. So,
Oh, there's a
Well-
Bobs and Knobs in town.
Well, we can kill two birds with one stone at the guild hall for, like, permanent lodging and jobs.
yeah. But, I mean, there is a chance that they don't have anything right now for us, and the way it's sounding, these taverns are the only two places that we have left to stay, and I'd hate to sleep on the streets, missing out on the last room.
We may have to sleep on the streets anyways, but I guess let's go towards the Dragon's Lily, because the poorhouse, I don't know how I feel about that.
I was thinking the
All
same
right.
thing. Thank you.
As the three of you make your way down to the Dragon's Lily, you pass by a Bob's and Knobs. You all know what a Bob's and Knobs is. Bob's and Knobs is the fantasy world's Walmart. The last 1,000 years, they've popped up everywhere. You're not even a civilized civilization if you don't have a Bob's and Knobs. And as you walk by, there's a young boy standing on top of a crate, yelling out, Bob's, Knobs, Bob's and Knobs, we have everything you need from your Bob's and Knobs. He's clearly some young city kid they hired to be a barker in front of their store. As people are walking by, you see some people kind of stopping and listening, and other people who are probably locals going, "Oh God, the kid! They got to write this kid more lines."
Yikes.
You make your way through past some of the cities. The city itself is this weird amalgamation of Elven and Dwarven culture. Like the stone floors that you're walking on and the walls that surround the city are all clearly of Dwarven make. And yet there are grass patches and trees and little parks set up everywhere that kind of throw off symmetry that you could tell are the influence from the elves. And probably the bane of many a dwarf existence.
Feels like home.
As you make your way down past some of the parks, you see a large, sprawling building structure with a group of dragonborn guards standing in front of the gates that lead into it, and a sign above the gate that says Magistrate's Office and Estate. You make your way down to the Dragon's Lily, and Dragon's Lily is a beautifully dark wood building that holds dragons' heads. So the Dragon's Lily has two large wooden carved dragon's heads that stand as the pillars leading up to the doors. The doors themselves are a stained glass lotus that spreads out and across with sculpted wings that extend past the doorways, giving it very much the name, the Dragon Lily. As you enter through the beautifully ornate doors, and yes, the door handles are claws,
Fancy.
you pull them open, and you walk into a dark mahogany-filled everything, heavily adorned, beautiful lanterns flickering soft, gentle red light that just kind of skew over everything so that it's light enough to see. You're not bumbling, but it's not harsh by any means. There, behind the counter, you find a reddish and muddy brown scaled with brilliant red eyes dragonborn who stands up and introduces himself from his book. My name is Tarren. I am the owner of this fine establishment. Might I be the first to welcome you to the Dragon's Lily?
You got a great looking inn. It's just beautiful. Oh man, it's just great.
I do appreciate that. Thank you.
We just came off the SS Whoop, and we're looking for a place to stay for a couple of nights.
I see. Are we looking for private rooms or community housing? Community housing would mean the three of you, one room, versus private rooms, each of you.
I think I'm good
Okay,
with community housing.
Yeah.
Community.
Probably cheaper that way.
Community housing, let me see. Do we have room for 3? And he starts to scroll through. Room for 3. Oh, so you just arrived. So you arrived on the Wops. Then that means Galesh has arrived. Interesting. Let us see now. I have a room. I have a single. Do I have another room? And he's just sort of doing his thing, going through it. I believe... yes, I do have one accommodation for 3 left. It's 2 silver and 70 copper a night.
And we have 5 silver, or
You currently have 9 silver, 90 copper.
990. What do you guys think? A little pricey, but
It is a little pricey. That was per night?
yeah.
Per night, yes.
I mean, we could stay here tonight and then, hopefully find, walk around the town, find work, and, see about more permanent housing.
Sounds good to me.
I'm okay with that.
Yep.
So we're staying at the Dragon's Lily then?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright. He immediately picks up his ledger and flips it around, and you see the writing for the contract for the room. So just the one night then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. He makes a couple quick marks to denote the 2 silver and 70 copper. And he informs you to go ahead and take your keystone and place it at the end of the contract to confirm it.
All right. Yeah. Any of our keystones will work, right? Because we have the same.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, because you're paying from it as part of your guild account.
Okay.
Okay.
Everything here is either done through your citizenship or done through your guild affiliation.
Okay.
Got it. And then our guild affiliation is the Dawning Titans. Got it.
Yes. Alright, you guys, as soon as you touch the stone down, you see a quick little... It's not a bright, but just a quick little dull flash of light, and all of the writing on the contract vanishes.
That's pretty sweet.
You take your stone back. He turns his ledger. Here you are. By the way, your keystones will also operate as your room key. You're on the 2nd floor, room 5.
All right.
Okay.
And with that, he motions towards a large staircase that leads up. Are you guys going to go straight to your room, or are you going to go do anything else first?
Go check out the room a little bit.
Yeah, I want to go check out the room.
Okay. As you walk up through the halls, you find yourself just kind of overtaken with the sheer amount of artwork that is on display. One thing you'll notice is that all of the artwork that is on display is all wood carvings. There's no paintings or anything like that. Everything here has been carved out of wood. Different types of wood, though most of it mahogany and cherry and things along those lines. As you reach your room, you see that there's a little rectangular indent in the center of the door. And naturally, you assume that that's where the keystone must touch. You touch the keystone, and when you do, you hear a few quick clicks, and the door slides open. You walk into a room that it's a good sized room. There are 3 not quite queen-size beds laid out with fresh linens, all of which, by the way, are silk linens.
Ooh.
You have, next to each of the beds, there is a nightstand to one side and a wardrobe to the other. Up on the nightstands, there are water basins, and above the water basins, you realize that there's no water pitcher. But right above them, you see a dull blue stone that if you touch, will cause water to pour from a spigot to fill the basin for you. And the basins themselves, upon a glance, you see the engravings along the rim. If you tap them 3 times, they will empty.
Huh. Nice.
Because they don't worry about water pipes in this universe.
Oh man, wouldn't that be nice? I would not worry about plumbing.
Now, that being said, there is plumbing. It's just this sort of magically displaces it from one place to another. But there you are. This is the base room. Oh, there is a for light inside the room. There is a large set of glowing stones that are hanging from the ceilings from ornate silver chains, or at least silver looking. And each of the stones gives off a soft white glow that illuminates the room. And as you look up and you think about it, if you think about wanting it to be brighter, they glow a little brighter. If you think about it wanting to be dimmer, they get a little dimmer. This is your room in the Dragon Lily for the evening.
Nice place.
As you look about, you also notice that there is a menu placed on top of the nightstands next to the wash basins. And it's a room service menu. Room service begins in the evening, starting around 1700. And they have everything from a charcuterie board, dried fruit, fresh fruit dipped in dark chocolate, a house red wine, house pilsner, dwarven stout, and an elven red wine served by the bottle dating from 1507.
Oh my god, that's old.
And that's all the real details of the room, unless you have something specific that you'd like to know.
No, nothing specific. Is the room service included? Actually, hold on.
No. There are fees.
Damn.
Yeah, if you want something from room service, it's going to cost you.
Okay.
Nice try, though. Nice try.
Then I think I'm good. I'm ready to go check out the guild hall if everyone else is.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. The 3 of you take your leave from the Dragon's Lily. As you walk out, you see the owner who welcomed you in. He sees the 3 of you. Please enjoy your stay and enjoy Corvus and all the bounty of Dresselhime. As he signs you all out, you all go out. You're back into the streets, and we're planning on going straight to the guild hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give me a quick idea. North or south?
North.
Okay. So you go by the post office, where you see a rider with a horse that's just absolutely not having it. and the rider's just like, "Come on!" And the horse is like, "You come on!" They're gonna work it out. Eventually, he'll get mounted. And then your eyes are immediately pulled to the other side as you see this giant square stone block of a building. It is perfectly square. There are no seams to be found in the stone. And as you come across to the front of the building, you see in every language that you can imagine, and even some that you can't read, the words Bank of Stone chiseled into the front of this giant cube. And all you can think is, that was definitely made by dwarves. And why does it have to be so square?
So perfect. It's unsettling.
Very much so. It's Rick and Morty when Morty finally finds out what true level is. And you make your way past it, and you see yet another building that is most definitely dwarven made, and that is the Master's Guild Hall. And as you approach the Master's Guild Hall, you see that it is heavily ordained, with pillars, one pillar being of a human with a dagger in one hand and a crossbow in another pillar of an orc wielding a large halberd standing guard. Above the doors themselves that lead in, which are also beautifully carved and heavily grooved with all kinds of sigils and symbols, are the two giant legs of the bust sticking out of the building, leading up to the rest of the bust of the body of one Gildart Lockhart, staring down at all those who enter into the building. You go to reach for the handle, and despite these doors are big, heavy stone doors, when you grab the handle itself and you go to pull, there's no weight to the door, and the door makes no noise as it opens, sliding perfectly with its perfect precision. And you enter a building that was constructed with the level of OCD of Walt Disney with infinite amounts of money.
Oh no.
Holy shit.
Every detail of this place has an embellishment. The molding that runs along the floor has at least 30 different steps in its carving and molding per inch. Everything you touch, the walls themselves have been engraved in to give them a pattern. There are long tables filled with adventurers and people talking business and drinking, lines of people waiting to get up to what kind of reminds you of a cashier's cage at a casino, which you now immediately understand is, oh, that's where you have to go to talk to people to get stuff done. There are staircases that lead up to another floor with a wide variety of conference rooms and a sign that says archives. This place is bustling. And there are paintings and statues and busts of heroic figures through history, some of whom you recognize, some of whom you don't, everywhere. You get in line, you make your way up, and as you finally approach the front of the line, there's a dwarf sitting there knocking his pipe clear. In front, between the dwarf and you on the counter, there is what appears to be a stone inkwell, kind of a large, it looks like this black lacquer just kind of floating. And you see a little pedestal with an indentation, which you take the hint is, that's where my keystone should go. When you place your keystone down, immediately the black lacquer swirls and begins to dissipate into writing. The dwarf reloading his pipe. The Dawning Titans. Ah, you were processed by Master Winston. You're new to town. You must have done something good if Master Winston processed you on his vacation. Welcome to Corvus, welcome to Dresselhime, and welcome to the Guild Master, or the Master's Guild Hall. How can we help you today, Dawning Titans?
Well, we're looking for some work. Something not too light, not too heavy, something to get our feet wet in the new area.
Work. Ah, yes. Well, let's see here. If you're not against getting dirty, we have a problem with the sewers. At this time of year, things always get a little hectic with so many people coming to town for the festival, but there seems to be something happening. Something keeps building blockades down there, and the workers don't want to go down there because of rats, and apparently someone went missing, and anyhow, we just need someone to go down there, figure out what's gumming the works up, maybe smash a few rats, and just make it so the workers will go down there and do their job. That's paying 1 silver at the moment.
I'm sorry, you said someone went missing.
Well, some workers went down there to do the job, some of them didn't come back, so they're reported as missing, though, to be honest with you, sometimes people just don't come back because they don't like the job.
That's
so,
fair.
Until we find a body, or at least parts of a body, we only say missing. Because the amount of times people end up showing up at a beer hall, and we've been looking for them, it's a little ridiculous to spend the resources to send people to look for people who really just quit the job and walked off.
I suppose that's fair.
It is fair. What do you guys think? It doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
think we should take the
I'm
job.
down. Yeah, I think we should take the job.
All right.
But
We'll take it.
Okay, not a problem. And he pulls out a paper contract that's the actual contract of the job, slides it over on the other side of the counter. You touch your keystone to it, there's a quick flash, and you see the words, a little bit of smudged ink, take the form of the Dawning Titans. Okay, go ahead, and as he picks up the paper, something kind of cool. You watch as the paper itself splits apart into 2 copies.
Oh.
You only saw him put 1 piece of parchment on the table, but now there's 2. He hands you back your copy. Go ahead and take this to the guard's tower across from the bank of stone, and they will show you the entrance that you'll use to the sewers.
All right.
Best of luck, Dawning Titans.
So do we just come back and tell him that we did we got the quest finished and all that, or?
Well, you have a contract in your hands, and he told you to go to the guard station, and that's all the information he gave you, unless you're telling me Gelt is asking him.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gelt is asking him? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. I forgot you're new in town. So, essentially, you're going to give that to the guardmaster. The guardmaster will let you into the sewer. You will do your job, and when you come back and the guardmaster confirms you've done your job, the guardmaster will verify the contract by touching his keystone to where he's supposed to. The contract itself, you'll see then all of that beautiful writing will disappear, and the Bank of Stone will be informed of your completion, and a deposit will be made to your account.
Okay. Sounds good.
We call it a magical debit transaction.
I think this could catch on. They should really dip this back in Belsong.
We're trying, but there's some political issues. Anyhow, best of luck to you. And he kind of waves you off, and there's a group of adventurers that are standing behind you, and you hear one of them kind of go, "If you're done, the rest of us would like to try to find some work."
All right, fine.
Before we head to a guardhouse, can we head over to the Temple of Sticks?
Yeah, that you can.
All right.
You make your way from the Master's Guild Hall. You see a few properties that, you're walking by homes. You see a large building. For the 3 of you, you see the largest hospital you've ever seen. Big white stone walls and buildings. No protective wall around it. Just the building itself is just made of brilliant white stone, and the things in our wood have all been painted white, and there's a symbol of the alchemist's symbol of medical painted on the side of the building. You've never seen a hospital that big. You've seen hospitals, but never one that stood by itself that was that large. As you approach the Temple of Sticks, the sound, let's see here, time of day. Yep, you hear the sound of what you recognize as training. Combat is being performed inside the temple. Not malicious combat, but that familiar sound of wooden weapons hitting wooden targets, and wooden weapons hitting wooden shields. And as you approach the front gates of the temple, you see a cloaked figure who's leaving the temple. They notice you approaching, they pull their hood a little further forward, and they scurry off. You see a sign next to the temple that says, "All children welcomed." And as you enter through the gates into the temple grounds, you see children of varying ages, some teenagers, some much younger, all training. You see a group of them being run through standard physical training, doing push-ups and things like that. You see another group being yelled at by an older child to run faster as they're running circles around the temple grounds. You see others sparring and dueling. And amongst all this, you see statues of former death wardens that fill up the garden. You see a statue of a death warden holding a large axe, looking down at a group of sparring students. You see another statue of yet another warden holding what appears to be a bow in their hand. And you only know these are death wardens because you know that temples of Styx only put up statues of death wardens. And as you make your way deeper into the temple grounds, you see standing amongst it a large pork with a sickle hanging on his back, holding a small child in one arm. And he sees the three of you approaching, and he goes from using a fat pork finger and kind of like rubbing the child's little nose to seeing the three of you, and he stops, looks up, and make sure I get this right. Welcome to the Temple of Styx. My name is Warden Gru. To what services may we offer you today?
We're just our friend here wanted to come over and check out the temple. We just landed in Corvus.
Welcome to the land of Dresselhime. Here at the temple, we offer many services. If you ever find that your friend, or if your friend ever finds that any of you have come to pass, we perform the cremations to ensure that you are not risen again. We also take in the unwanted, and we teach them the value of protecting the cycle of death. If you are in need of extra hands and labor, then when some of these wards become of age, they can potentially be of service to you. Though at the moment, all of our wards of age are currently been hired. The younglings here are not yet fit to protect the cycle of death in service. And he kind of looks back at the little crying baby. At this point, you see that the baby that's crying in his arms is a little orange-furred Pantheran. Yes, and he takes his finger and he kind of pokes it on the nose. Yes, little one, you too shall protect the cycle of death.
I don't know if I could do this now, but can I do like I don't know, because I want to try and see if I caught what the person that was leaving as we were coming looked like.
Sure, that's not too far back in the timeline. We'll backtrack a little bit. Go ahead and make a perception roll.
All right. 81.
She was a black-furred Pantheran. You couldn't really see much of the body, but you could tell by the fact that she had a tail under the cloak and the fur on the hands.
Okay. I was just curious to see if that is if they had just left the kid here.
You can assume that most likely.
Okay. Eh. This looks like they'll grow up to be a fine warden if they got someone like you teaching them.
One can always hope. The path to becoming a Death Warden is most arduous.
All these children, you're teaching them to be wardens.
We teach them to be warriors that can defend themselves. Only a life spent in service can make one a warden. I myself have only been a warden for the last 2 decades. After many decades of trial to become one. We simply offer these youths a place to stay, grow and become strong. We hope that under our teachings that they shall seek out to do the right thing. But many will come of age and they will leave here. Some will become adventurers, some will take other paths. But at least few will hopefully become wardens.
I just kind of want to avert my eyes and nod.
Can I ask him about maybe seeing like their Hall of Heroes to see who what statues are up?
So they don't really have a Hall of Heroes because most of their displays are out in the actual I don't want to call it a courtyard, but in the temple grounds themselves. But as you kind of ask him about who certain people are, he come and he leads you in to the temple itself proper. Once in the temple, there is a female individual there, some form of priestess or follower, you're assuming based on the garb. He hands the child off to them, they take the child, and he leads you deep, and you see in the centerpiece leading up, there is the giant, ever-burning funeral pyre. It's a fire that, regardless of whether a funeral ceremony is being happened, and you see the worshippers who are actively monitoring and adding coal and wood to the fire to ensure the fire is always prepared. And he looks, as you can see, we are always prepared to ensure that those who fall are not sacrileged. All the dead that come shall be spared the inhumanities of being forced to live again. And you watch, as you look and you follow the pyre up, you see that there is a large stone throne, essentially, that's probably about 20 feet high. And sitting upon that throne is a skeletal figure, and the throne itself has 2 large sickles going over the back edge of it. And at the base of each side of the throne, there is a sword that the bone hands are clenched across. And standing at about half the height of that is a statue, that is looking just like the throne skeletal statue, which you imagine to be a effigy of Styx, is looking down at the funeral pyre. You see a smaller 10-foot statue of a Death Warden holding a large hammer high above his head, looking down at the funeral pyre. The Gru turns to you, the 3 of you. That is our symbol of Styx. And the first Death Warden, Bargoth, who first founded the temples long ago.
I'm gonna ask him for more information. Like, I'm just gonna cry and be like, "Oh, can you give me like a history lesson?"
He turns to you. A long time ago, there was a disturbance in the cycle of death that plagued this world. And so, the guardian gear of death, to fix the cycle of life, created the first Death Warden. That Death Warden helped restore the cycle and vanquished those that would defy it. Since that day, the Death Wardens have trained warriors to protect the life cycle, what we call the cycle of death. The first temple was assembled by the first Death Warden Bargoth over 1,000 years ago in the land of Belsong. From there, and at this moment, you see a kind of a sparkle in his eye. Many aspiring Death Wardens were trained there in Vilos. I myself spent time there in my youth. And that's all he says.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Since we, lived over close-ish, like in that continent, would I know anything like about this?
You know of the temples. You know that the temples take in youth. You've never actually stepped inside a temple before because you're from a small little mountain town. You guys didn't have a temple there. But you know that people from your town, when they would pass, would oftentimes be taken to temples because they'd want to be cremated to make sure that they didn't get resurrected by some necromancer.
Got it.
Gelt, you are from Vilos. You have seen the temple, but you've never been in one before.
Okay, I kind of figured that would have been the,
Yeah. And Adonis, this is your first time in a temple as well. Though culturally,
Yeah.
you have a general idea of what they do.
No, yeah, that makes sense. I figured. I just wanted to see what, the temple was all about.
And now you know.
I do want to go to the stable and stock store, though. If anybody's against that, by all means, we can go do
we
the
should
quest.
do that after,
Okay.
because it's sounded like the quest was pretty time sensitive.
Yeah, my stable and stock
Yeah.
thing is not necessarily time sensitive.
Okay.
So you leave the temple. Now, as you're leaving the temple, I'm going to give you an update. It is now 1600 hours.
Okay.
Time is moving. We are approaching 1700 hours. You make your way back through the bustling streets to the guardhouse that you were told to go to, across from the Bank of Stone. As you notice the post office, that worker who had been struggling with the horse must have gotten it figured out because they are gone.
Nice.
Oh, good. I'm glad for them.
Goody gumdrops.
You get to the guardhouse, and you receive a decent welcome. The guards are happy to, they see you. You present the contract to them. This time you're greeted by a green and purple scaled dragonborn who seems to be running this operation, with two other dragonborn who don't really pay you guys much attention. So you've come to take on the sewer job then?
Yeah. We'll get
Okay.
those guys taken care of and see what else we can find down there.
Well, let me, let's get this, where did it go? Let's, get you guys on in. And he actually takes you into the guard building, and you see the guardhouse is really not much there. There's it's like 2 rooms. The first room with a couple of desks and some cots that they sleep on, and a weapon rack. That's it.
Nice.
And he leads you into a back room that's a bit of a storehouse, and where there is some the words, and where there and where
Yeah,
there's a metal grated door, and that door leads down a set of stone steps down into the sewers. So just make it back here, and yeah, just make it back here. I don't recommend going through other exits, especially ones you don't know where they go, because then people might think you're not supposed to be there, and
That's fair. That's a good way to keep you from getting extra holes.
yeah. So yeah, here you go, and down the sewer steps you guys go.
All right.
See how long it takes to load.
Just long enough.
Holy shit.
All right. Now, for sake of argument, you are now in a dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So first things first, I want you guys all to roll initiative.
All right.
Let's just get that out of the way.
I got a 48.
Hey, hey.
Oh, I got an 81.
Aren't you cool?
Why, thank you.
71.
Okay. So here's how this is going to work with the dungeon crawl. Okay? First of all, the map itself is abstract.
Okay.
Don't get super caught up on distances. Okay?
All right.
So if you find yourself in a combat situation, all you need to understand is that from side to side is about 15 feet in most places. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Your base movement we're going to use to move across the tiles, just like normal, as if it was
You alive, Uncle?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, that's not good.
action roll.
there goes.
Oh.
Wait, we missed
Hold on,
a
hold on.
lot of that.
You cut out at its movements like your basic combat, and then there was
Okay.
nothing.
No problem. So, movement like basic combat, and each turn you're going to want to make you have to decide what kind of roll you're making to help your investigation. Be it perception, investigation of something, what have you.
God.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
And on that note, I believe the person who had the highest was Guinevere. So you get to go first.
Okie dokie. I guess let's just go straight. You just go south first.
You should be able to move your you should be able to move your tokens.
You can move you.
Oh shit! Hold on a second.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be weird with the trackpad.
Yeah, that's. I'm thinking too.
Alternatively, I could also move you. If that'll be easier.
There's me. All right, hang on. Let me double check my movement. I'm trying to.
No worries. I believe your movement is.
It's 35.
Yep. So you can move 7 spaces.
Yo, that was sick as hell. How did you do that? Uncle had a little arrow.
No, that wasn't me. That was her.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no. If you over in your little sidebar tools, if you go down to the little ruler thing, it's it'll tell you how far you can move. Like it tells you how far from one tile to another.
Yep.
Oh my god. That's hot.
You just changed his life.
You really did.
Yeah, God, why weren't you guys doing this in the last campaign?
You guys were all making me move you.
Alright, so I'm gonna go down to there.
Alright, what kind of roll would you like to make?
I guess let's just go with perception.
All right. So you walk out. You step into the nasty sewer water. Dredge through it. Get back up onto the walking platform, and make your way down. Go ahead and roll perception.
70.
Okay. You see it as it squeaks and hisses at you. You spot a very disgusting, about 2.5 to 3 feet tall rat.
Holy shit. 3 feet tall.
Oh yeah, these guys are giving those New York rats a run for their money. Since you successfully perceived him, you get the first attack.
All right. I am gonna slice at him with my rapier.
All right.
Damn, 85.
You hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All
Or,
right.
or are you going to make it a skirmish? You're going to go all fucking kung fu on the rat?
I think I'm just gonna hit him once this time.
Okay.
5 damage.
And you lop the rat in two.
Yeah, I was like, it can't take that much to kill these rats, and wouldn't it be great to just, like, lose all of that progress?
That would
It's
be.
bodied by a rat.
So the rat is gone, and that will end your turn. So that brings us to Gelt.
What are these things with the red outline? I can't really tell.
Anyway, those are pipes.
Oh, okay.
It took me for a moment to figure out what you meant when you said red outline. I'm like, I think I know what he's saying.
Oh,
Talk about the thing right in front of you. That's pipes.
Okay.
Yep. Like I said, it's not necessarily the plumbing doesn't exist. They just use magic to move it from one place to another.
Fair. 30. Okay. Gonna go up. I'm gonna go down this way.
I was about to say you can go up. You're gonna split the party
Yeah, I'm splitting the party.
immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay, so are you also going to trudge through the nasty sewer water?
No, I'm gonna try and keep away from the sewage water. Is the where I'm at the sewage water?
You have to pass through it to get where you're going.
Well, then I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and trudge through the sewer water.
I said, or are you going to try to jump?
I'll end up getting dirty one way or another. Might as well get it done now.
So you trudge through it. Give me a perception roll, please.
I got a 85.
The rat misses you
Oh, thank God.
as it's swimming in the water that you trudge through, and it bites at you. And it's now coming after you. You successfully got your perception. Please go ahead and roll to do your turn.
All right. I'm just gonna swing on him.
All right.
Does an 86 hit?
Oh yeah.
It's a D6 of slashing. 6.
Max damage. That rat again split in half. This time instead of going from the back legs up, I just imagine you just like lop the head off.
Yeah. Just,
Right. You are wet, but not bitten. And yes, you are standing in sewer water. I just now realized that.
well, gee.
And with
yeah, that's it.
Yep. And with that, we get to Adonis.
Well, I guess since we're splitting the party,
Only slightly.
I guess I will go up with my 45 movement. Sadly, I will trudge through the sewer water because I think I have to go up. So what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go right there and use a perception check.
You're going to stop right in the sewage water.
Oh, that's sewage water? Okay, wait a second. I thought that what tile is not sewage water?
The brick ones.
Oh, okay. They look like sewage water. The other ones look like dirt blocks.
I thought the same, and then I zoomed in and realized, oh no, that's water.
That is
Which
indeed
means
water.
that I also stopped in the water.
We're all just a bunch of smelly dudes.
Okay, then
We
I
all
will.
suck.
Then apparently I will avoid the sewer water. Actually, I'm gonna go up one more time. All right. And then I will do my perception check of the area.
Okay.
Let's see. Where's my perception? I got an 80.
You also see a hissing rat that's staring at you. I love how all of you, like, fucking heat-seeking magnets just right to where...
Right to every rat was.
I guess I'm gonna take out my Bowie knife. I'm gonna take out both of them, and I'm just gonna slice into this man.
All right.
All right. The 84 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
An 85, an 86, and an 84.
Love
Because
it.
I'm using both of them, am I getting 2 hits, or am I just getting, like, the 1 action hit for both knives?
No, it's one knife at a time.
Oh, okay.
You don't have dual wielding.
You just happen to have 2 of them, so you can have one in each hand.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Well, that first knife hits him for 2.
You stab into him, and he squawks and screams.
All right. And I come around with the second knife for a 61.
It hits.
For 3 damage.
I'm going to give it to you that hits just because you have him pinned with the other knife.
Oh.
Nice. I'm going to hit him for 3 now.
Okay. Well, the other 2 clearly, like, sliced through theirs. You're over there, like, making mincemeat.
Nice.
Who's supposed to be the hunter?
I think this is more of a problem of length of blade. But with that, you've all found rats. You've all killed rats. And we go back to the top of the event, and we're back to Guinevere.
Okay, let's see. I'll go down to here in this corner.
All right. Dredging through more and more of the sewer water. First, give me a perception check.
I'm already covered. 67.
All right. You're going to take 2 points of piercing damage, and I need you to give me a Constitution save.
Guinevere gets raped in the eyes.
I fucking die from the sewer water. Let me make sure I don't take anything away from that. Okay, yeah, no, that's a 74.
Okay. You feel the piercing bite in the back of your calf, and you turn to see the rat that's bit you. You make the con save, so you're not infected. And go ahead and start.
Dresselhime gets death infection.
Start your combat.
You little bastard! I just want to stab him. Okay. That's 73.
Yeah, 73 hits.
Alright. I'm just gonna hit him the once, and max damage 7.
Yeah, you cleave through this one a little more aggressively this time.
I'm a little more mad. Just like,
and,
stupid fucking rat bite me.
And after you look up from the rat, you find a set of pipework around you that seems to just be pumping water from above down below.
Does anything look wrong with it?
Roll for investigation.
Got it. 71. I can't get away from the number 70 today.
Good number.
You're looking at it. You don't really have much knowledge of this type of machinery, but they're made of metal. They look like metal. They're wet, but so is everything else down here. But you're looking at it, you're like, okay, you see like where some knobs and gears and stuff are, but for all intents and purposes, you're like, it looks right. And with that,
Okay.
we return to Gelt.
I'm gonna get out of the sewer water for one. But I'm going to be going over this way.
All right.
And I'm gonna do an investigation. Maybe see if there was anything hinting towards the whereabouts of those maybe missing people.
All right.
Do I add anything to investigation? I do. $92.
So you're investigating around. The algae and moss that's growing in this place is just ridiculous. And you're like, oh, so this is what a sewer looks like. It's a shame because you can tell that the stone portions of the floor that you're walking on were probably really beautiful at one time and really well made, but they're not of Dwarven make. These look like they were probably made by humans, maybe some other species, but definitely not of Dwarven quality, but still, they were nicely built, nicely done, and you can tell that they were in fact built, this was built to be a sewer. As you look, you notice that the walls are built of stacked stone, but once again, not of Dwarven design because you can see all the gaps that are in them. It looks more like they just kind of took stones that were big and piled them on top of each other and were like, gravity will keep it in place.
Oh no.
And that's what the city's built on top of.
Yeesh.
Great.
So you're definitely wondering, like, how on earth did this mix match of engineering?
Human ingenuity meets dwarven craftsmanship.
And but you don't find anything other than just smears in the moss that you're assuming are either from previous people who've walked through here or maybe from these rats.
Fair.
Good bet with the rats, honestly.
Adonis.
All right. So I'm gonna go up, and I'm gonna try and jump across to my left.
All right, go ahead and make an acrobatics. Here comes that natural one. Adonis breaks an ankle.
I sure hope not. It's actually a 66.
I think it says actually a 2.
You manage to jump the 5 feet. You land on the other side. You slide on the slick moss and almost find yourself going over into the water on the other side, but you catch yourself. You're good. We will come back to you.
We'll do a perception roll and see if there's anything around. 57.
You smell methane.
Oh no!
Oh.
You smell large amounts of methane, and you confirm that you're not sure if it's just rats in the water, but there's a lot of things bobbing in the water. And they're not all rats.
I make out what they are, or just like, yep, there's something in there.
Waste from human and other. It's
Right,
all methane, baby.
I'm gonna head back then, I guess.
You don't want to explore the methane path any further?
No, so I will roll my acrobatics.
All right.
80 exactly to get back across.
Not a problem. This time you're like, aha, I'm a little more prepared for how slick the ground is, and you jump across, no problem.
And I guess, how much movement was that? 5, 10, 15 to get back. I guess I'm just gonna head down by 3.
All right.
And pass.
Excellent. Guinevere.
Okay. Now that I've got this bite in my leg, I kind of want to avoid the water. So, if I'm here, so I'd like try and jump across.
Acrobatics.
90 exact.
No problem. You jump across. I'll even say you get a little extra movement because you slide. You're like, haha.
Oh yeah.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
And I think that would make it here, I want to say.
All right. You make it to there, not a problem. Any kind of investigation or anything you'd like to do?
Not particularly this time.
Okay. Gelt.
All right. Gonna go up here. Hop or try and hop the water.
All right.
Acrobatics. 51 and a half.
You jump. You hit the slick ground and you slide into the wall, taking 1 point of force damage.
Nobody saw that. Good.
Slightly bruised ego.
And
The
a bruised
rat
knee.
saw it.
Where's the rat? Perception check for the rat that may have seen me.
Go ahead.
It has to die.
Actually, in this case, it's investigation.
80. Oh, I'm sorry, 75. Oops.
You see the rat snickering across the water from you.
Flash and clash.
Okay.
I got a 40.
If I remember correctly, Flash and Clash requires you to use at least half your movement.
Yes.
Okay. You step forward, forget that there's not solid ground, and get stuck in the water.
Shit.
And as you drop down, it throws off your swing, and your blade goes way over the rat's head.
Yikes! I'm gonna stab it with my dagger hand.
Okay.
78.
Roll for damage.
Oh my god.
2.
You stab the rat, and you catch the rat right in the tail section, and the rat squeals.
Fuck.
Punch him.
I'm out of points. Oh wait, no, I have one more. I'm gonna punch him.
I think an unarmed attack costs you 2 action points.
Does it?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Oh yeah, it does. Shit.
Yeah.
I am out of action points.
The rat's going to attack.
Understandable.
The rat is not very happy that he just got stabbed near the balls by a giant blade. It's, just a little, he's like, hey, that's not real neighborly of you. 83 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And the rat's going to skirmish.
Oh no. Goat gets bodied by a rat.
I need 5 d6 rolls from you.
Holy shit. 4, 5, 3, 5, and a 6.
You take 2 points of piercing damage as you mostly manage to use your arcmail arm to like keep the rat from biting flesh. He does get 2 solid bites, one on the upper side above the arcmail itself near the bicep, and another one on the same arm but towards the tricep area.
Ugh. Little
So
shit.
that's going to be 2 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make 2 con saves.
Shit. All right. That is... one of them is a 79, and the other's a 99.
All right, you do not get infected, though you are bleeding and standing in sewer water. The rat's turn is over, and it's your go.
I'm gonna get out of the water. I'm gonna try and get out of the water.
Fair enough, you're able to get out of the water.
I'm gonna slash the rat with my rapier. That is a 73.
All right, and the rat is dead.
What a turn of events.
You're bleeding. You're wet. You're smelly, and you got a dead rat on the end of your rapier.
I want to go home.
This brings us back to Adonis.
Alright, I want to try and, make this 5-foot jump here.
There is a path around.
That takes way too many, extra steps. Who needs to do that when you can get a 93?
I mean, fair enough.
Alright.
Over you went.
And then 10, 18, 20. And then I'm gonna try and jump across to the other side now.
Okay.
With a 63.
You make it. You hit the other side, and you just keep from bashing into the wall.
Ooh.
Nice. I wanna... Can I magic sense?
You sure can.
Alright, I'm gonna magic sense. For a total of 48.
You take a deep breath and go, "Oh no, that was a mistake." And find yourself unable to focus enough to pick up anything.
Oh god, that was a mistake.
Alright. Learned my lesson. And yeah, that is what I will do. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna do one more thing. I am going... Do I have this? Yeah, I can do shadow melding. I am level 3. I'm gonna lock one of my blue stones and one of my dark stones, and I'll gain +4 to stealth rolls, or if I'm in dark conditions, +8. The spell lasts until seen or stones are unlocked.
You are, so that's a, let me remember that, because you said that was a +8?
In dark conditions, yeah.
Yeah, well, you are in low light / dark conditions.
Okay.
The only light down here, I suppose I should have covered this earlier, is a faint glow given off by light stones that have been placed along the ceiling.
Like service lights?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only, they, unlike in the real world, these ones work.
Oh,
I rolled
nice.
a 91.
You're good.
Alright.
You vanish into the shadows. Your own party doesn't know where you are.
Alright. That is all I will do.
That is all I will now set up the assassination for both of them.
to Guinevere.
Okay. I'm going to try and jump across here.
Okay.
69. Nice.
You may get across, no problem.
And then I think I can get to out here.
All right.
And I'm assuming that I see Adonis, but I just want to
Nope,
make a
no,
perception.
I don't think you do.
You can't see Adonis. He's gone.
Oh yeah, I guess he's like 20 feet away from me, huh?
Also,
Well, not
shadow
only
melded.
that, he's shadow melded.
Oh yeah.
And I also have really high stealth.
Okay. I just want to go ahead and roll a perception roll to see if there's anything else around me then.
All right.
54.
That bite in the back of your calf really sucks. And you're just looking around like, I swear to God, if I see another fucking rat. But you don't see any rats, and you don't notice anything of importance.
Was solid.
All right. Gelt.
I'm gonna
With both bruised ego and bleeding arm.
mostly the bruised ego. That's what hurts the most. I'm gonna go up this way. 7. I'm trying to get here first, but so I'm gonna make the athletics or acrobatics. That is a 91.
You jump across, this time with your bruised ego in mind, and you like nimbly just over the 5 feet and land. They're like, yeah, showed you.
Yeah, elven gracefulness, bitch. Move up here and do a perception check. Uh, 93 and a half.
You look through and you see a bend in the hallway, or tunnel technically, and you hear a splashing sound and spot a rat that is just climbing out of the water and onto the pathway.
Oh.
You see it has not seen you.
Okay. And so Flash and Clash needs movement, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will pass.
Okay. Adonis. Mystery and shadows.
All right. I'm gonna. What is that? 5, 10, 15, 20. Let me roll my acrobatics. It's at 84.
So let's back you up real quick. I need you to make a perception.
That's a 83. No, wait, I got a -5 that. That's a 78.
The rat gets it. As you go running by to get ready to make your jump, you feel a quick bite on the back of your ankles as you take 1 point of piercing damage as the rat gets off his sneak attack.
But my stealth.
Fuck yourself.
Yes, but you went running through and damn near stepped on the rat. Your stealth is good, but you ran over the creature.
Stealth good. Big creature scare smaller creature.
All right. Well, I'm gonna turn around and take out my gun.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for this rat. I'm gonna perception this rat out.
You see what he is.
No. Oh my God.
All right. I'm gonna shoot the rat. You said I
Fuck.
had a red ammo and a green one, right? Last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out the red one.
Oh no.
Actually, no. Wait a second.
No.
That might be. I'm gonna take out the green one. I saw what the red one does. We're gonna take out
So
the
what
green
the green one did?
It doesn't matter. But I smelled, gas earlier, so maybe not a good combination.
Yeah.
So you take out the green one. It's loaded.
All right, I'm gonna shoot
Fuck.
the rat. It's a 69 to hit.
Oh no.
Okay.
I mean, you're point blank.
First off, the rat is gone.
He's dead.
We don't even need to roll damage. That's not an issue in this case.
Good, because I don't know what the damage modifier for the ammo is. I just know I have it and it's the color.
The rat is gone. There is now a substantial bowling ball-sized crater where the rat was. I need you, Guinevere. Gelt, you're lucky on this one.
Oh, thank God.
You and Guinevere both have to make Constitution saves.
All right. This is fine.
74.
I got a 92.
Was that Adonis's gun?
Both of you take 1 point of hearing damage.
Fuck. Can I just scream in absolute terror?
Oh yeah, tinnitus. If you didn't have it before, you got it now.
I take the gun and I blow the smoke off the top. Just shows you for biting me, bitch boy.
Okay.
Your ears are slowly bleeding.
You hear the thundering wave, but you manage to avoid taking damage because you're around a corner. You're literally saved by 5 feet of movement.
Nice.
But what Adonis and Gelt, Adonis has got the tinnitus going on, so he probably can't hear it yet. What Gelt hears is immediate sounds of scurrying and squeaking and hissing, echoing off the walls following the thunderous boom that's been bouncing off the walls.
That's not good.
The rat that you saw runs out of view. And by the time, Adonis, you want to finish your turn?
Yeah, I would like to, make it across the water.
It's all started to try and get across the water.
And, I'm gonna walk right there. And I'm gonna make a perception check.
Okay. It's about now that your hearing has finally started to clear up, let's say. And you too hear the scurrying. And I'm not going to make you roll perception for this, simply because, it's not necessary.
Oh.
I swear to God.
All that noise has disturbed the rats.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh, great.
Oh, fuck.
There's 6 of them in front of you.
Oh.
Charging you.
Amazing.
Who all rolled terrible on their fucking initiative. So, you get the opening gambit. You're now entering combat, so you have full action points. What would you like to do? I'm
going to reload the gun.
No.
Oh my fucking God.
About to out here have to learn fucking sign language for his deaf ass.
It's reloaded.
And then I will stab the rat in front of me with the boom.
Thank God. He just looks at it. This is for myself later, maybe.
Put the attack.
Alright. First attack is an 82.
All right. Are you skirmishing or striking?
I'll skirmish because that'll give me 3. Because it takes
go.
2 to reload, if I remember
So-
correctly.
Yep. So go ahead and roll your 3d6.
All right. I rolled a 4 and 2 6s.
All 3 hit.
Noise.
All right.
Go ahead and roll damage, and unless you roll absolute dog shit, you should be okay.
I rolled a
Keyword.
3, another 3, and a 4.
Oh yeah.
You basically make 3 quick back and forth slashes, and the rat now sits in 5 pieces.
Impressive.
Impressive.
1 rat down.
I cannot step away without giving that other rat in the sewer water an opportunity, right?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay.
And I don't have any action points left, so that is all I can do.
Alright, so the rats take their turn. Get their movement out of the way.
Oh god.
And let's see here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I need you to roll, let's see here. Who connects? Who connects? That's the first question.
45.5 evasion saved me.
I need you to roll really, really fast. I need you to roll 15 d6s.
Oh god, okay.
Really
That's what they asked
fast.
for.
Just real
You
quick.
said 16?
15.
15.
15. Okay. So 2 5s, 2 4s. 3 5s. And
Hold on, wait. I actually need to hear these though. They're skirmishing you. I need to hear the results.
Alright, so the first 4 was 2 5s and 2 4s.
So 5, 5, 4, 4.
The next 4 was a 5 and 3 4s. That's 8.
Mm-hmm.
For 12, 3 6s and a 2. And for 15, a 5 and 2 more 4s.
Okay. So let's see here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. You take 5 points of piercing damage.
Oh my god.
As you're doing your best to like kick them off and push them away from you, some of those fangs are finding home.
All right.
And I'll give you an option. Do you want to make individual con saves, or do you just want to make one difficult con save?
I'll make one difficult con save.
Okay.
All right. I got a 77.
Okay. 77 will save you of most of these, but you're still going to take 1 counter of poison damage. You are now infected with poison.
Oh,
At
awesome.
at the beginning of each of your turns, you will take 1d4 poison damage.
Awesome.
All right. That was all the rats' turns. Now, given the fact of what's happening, I'm going to pause your combat for a moment. Okay?
Okay.
Guinevere, what would you like to do?
Well, first I'd like to wipe the blood away from my ears. That would be great.
No problem.
I guess I'm just gonna keep on the path, and I feel as though, like, as a player, I know that I shouldn't go this way, but as Guinevere, I was already gonna go the way that Adonis went, so I'm just gonna keep following that path.
Not a problem.
So I'm gonna try and jump across here.
Okay.
Eat shit.
Fuck you, bitch, that's 100.
You leap across.
That's what you get for trying to curse me.
You leap across and land and just come perfectly still. And you're like, yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm so sad I wasted 100 on that, but it was very worth it despite just spite guilt.
All right.
I've been shown up somewhere. I don't know how, but I've been shown up.
Okay. I make it here. And I think I have enough movement to try and hop across there too.
You got 100. I'm just gonna give you that one.
Got it.
You make it across, and you can see the flurry of chaos going around Adonis.
Just no. Hell, I think I need to be within 5 feet to attack it all, so
So is that the end of that? That's it?
I think so. You know what? I'll try and do sleeping spore on the rat in front of me.
Ooh, all right.
Let's see. That's a 76.
88.
Ooh.
Damn.
You're not sure if it's just the flurry of Adonis and the rats that are going at each other right now, but the spores just aren't finding home.
I think it's my general confusion about seeing Adonis surrounded by 5 rats.
Gelt.
That's all I can do.
Yeah.
What would he do?
You heard a loud, thunderous boom.
Yeah.
And you hear this screaming, and at this point you don't even know what direction the screaming is coming from. There's so many rats walking.
Yeah, then okay, I think he would go try and regroup with the rest of them. So 1, 2, 7. Move all the way down here.
You see Guinevere. You arrive just in time to see Guinevere trying to desperately cast Sleeping Spore.
What happened?
What?
What happened?
I can't hear you, Gelt.
Oh, fucking Jesus. All right. That's it. That's my turn.
Adonis, we're back to you. It's top of your round.
Alright, let me roll my D4. Look at that. I rolled a 1, baby.
You rolled a 1. 1 point of poison damage. Alright.
Alright. I'm gonna hit the rat to my I guess below me in the water.
Alright.
With the Bowie knife. That's a 69 to hit.
Nice.
Hits.
4 damage.
You just strike down and just rail spike right through that one, and he's gone.
Alright. I'm gonna get the one directly behind me. The 62 to hit.
Miss.
Damn.
As you pull your dagger out from that one, you swing across and you hear the blade hit against the stone wall as the rat ducks out of the way.
Well, I guess I'll try again. For a 92 to hit.
92 hits.
And another 4.
Alright, as you feel the blade bounce off the side of the wall, you twist your wrist and just bring the edge of the blade back into the back of the rat's neck, and the rat is gone. Tostitos.
Alright. Whether or not I kill either of these rats, I'm gonna hit the one that's in the water, to the left of me still, and then the one that's on the other side of me. Those are those are my next 2 attack rolls that I'm going to make.
All right.
So an 84
Hits.
and a 69 again.
Both hit.
All right. It's a 4 for 1 and another 4.
Hey, 4 4s in a row.
Hell
You- Yeah, like a kid playing whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-rat.
And the rats, some of their bodies are floating in the water. Some of them are dead on the pavement. All right.
And then I'm going to walk towards Guinevere, asking her to please heal me.
Help.
All right.
I'm gonna be yelling this because I know I can't hear, so I'm assuming everybody in the sewer cannot hear. Guinevere, I need healing.
God,
What?
why are you so loud?
What,
that-
Gelt?
So that ends your combat turn, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. This rat's going to run up, and he's going to attack. He does a 51 hit.
51 does hit.
Okay. So he rolls a 51. He's going to skirmish you, so I need 5 d6s.
That's 3 2s and a 3 and a 4.
He bites you 3 times.
All right.
And so that's 3 points of piercing damage.
All right.
And I need you to make... Again, I'll give you the option. Do you want to make individual con saves or one big con save?
I'll make 1 big con save. That is a 96.
96. Okay, you manage to fight it off. You don't get any further infection points. And then, to give you all context to what's about to happen, you see more rats. That rat's not supposed to be that big.
I thought that was a boss rat.
I was like,
You see,
uh-oh.
you see more rats swimming up from the water. Gelt, from behind you, you see a group of rats starting to gather,
Oh, God.
attracted to the noise that was made.
Gee.
Joe, Guinevere, I believe we're back to your turn.
For flavor, can I just shake Adonis violently and be like, what is wrong with you?
You sure can.
While she's shaking me, I just like open my coat and point down to the gun that is like jimmy rigged to my thigh right now.
Oh, God. Okay. I'll heal him, I guess.
So here's the question. I'm going to ask you guys as a party. As a party, are you going to flee and try to regroup where it's safe? Or are you going to continue the fight?
I feel like we should regroup and come back to this.
There's
more rats than expected.
Yeah, maybe still in the sewer, just in a different spot, maybe where we can all fight.
Well, no. The reason I'm asking this is because as of right now, you have an exit.
Oh, yeah.
If you stay down here in the sewer with the noise that has happened and the rats on the move, I do not know, because it depends on how things roll out, how long you will have an exit.
Yes, I would definitely like to, regroup and exit.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, as a party, you're able to flee and you can move significantly faster than the rats.
Mm-hmm.
And if you needed context to why I decided to ask this, this is why.
Oh, good.
Could eat gumdrops.
That's why you don't use a gun in enclosed spaces.
Yeah, can
Look,
I just
I don't know any
slap
better.
him upside the head one time?
You make it.
Just a quick switch.
You make it up the stairs and back to pulling on the guard. One of the guards is actually kind of taking himself a nap right there. He hears you guys running up the stairs. He just kind of saunterly opens up the entrance. The three of you come barreling through. And he's like, huh, the rats, right?
There's a lot of rats.
There's so many
many
down there.
rats.
As he closes it, yeah. That's why they need someone to exterminate them. Things breed like crazy.
Yeah.
God. Can I inform the guard about the methane smell?
The methane smell was just shit, dude.
You do inform him, and he looks at you and goes, it is a sewer. Bodily waste gives off methane. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can go to the guild house. They have a book on biology and chemicals. They could probably explain it better than me, but yeah.
I just turned to Gelt and I'm like, we're gonna light the sewer on fire, Gelt.
We
That's
are
what we're
not
gonna do.
gonna light the sewer on fire, you bumpkin.
We immediately destroy your whole campaign.
It's that we're talking about. Don't destroy my campaign. That's one city on a continent.
Yeah.
Real question is, how long do you guys survive as the villain?
Oh, great point.
The other group's hunting us down.
It is now 2000 hours.
Oh god, we were down there for a long time.
You guys.
How many rats did we kill?
You guys were down there for about 3 hours.
Like 7.
Maybe we can collect a reward for that.
I don't think we can.
I don't. You know what? It doesn't hurt to ask.
I think there was more issues down there than just the rats.
No, there's just a lot of rats.
There's a lot of rats.
Do you want me to wake up the guardmaster? He went to sleep about an hour ago.
No.
Well,
I think we'll just go to the guild hall.
We'll come back in the morning.
Not a problem. I get off at 3. When do you think he'll be back? I'll leave a note for the next guy.
Probably 8-ish, 8 to 10.
Sure, not a problem. I'll let them know to expect. Who are you guys exactly?
Titans.
I will let them know to expect the Dawning Titans. Best of luck to you. And he very politely, but not wanting to touch any of you, guides you out of the guardhouse.
All right.
And you are now soaked in sewage waste, bleeding, and in the nightlife of the packed streets of Corvus.
I personally would like to head to the bathhouse.
I'm gonna go take a shower.
Yeah. Just, clean ourselves, clean whatever gear and stuff that we can there. Things like that. By the way,
all of your armor is shot.
Oh.
You still have clothes, but your armor has lost all armor value. Though you guys only had 1 value anyway.
Yeah.
But it's gone.
All
okay. Great.
Armor plus 0.
Making our way to the bathhouse.
At the very least, I can clean myself. Well, since my armor is useless at this point, I'll just take it off so that way I can gain my 1 evasion point back.
Yeah.
But I would definitely still want to clean it.
All right, so we're losing armors, huh? All right.
Yeah.
Not a problem. So that means that Gelt, you're back up to 34.5. Guinevere, that puts you back to 38.5, and Adonis, that puts you back at 46.5.
Yep.
Easy come, easy go. All right, you arrive to the bathhouse. The bathhouse. Where's the bathhouse at?
That's a great question.
Question is, who's in the bathhouse?
So,
Is
all
that
right.
really the question?
So you make it to the bathhouse, walking by the Temple of Styx, where even at this late hour you can hear the training going on inside the yard. Past the doctor's offices, past the Master's Guild Hall, and over past the Colosseum, which you can't really see much because they don't have it very lit up at night, over towards the bathhouse, where immediately the smell of soft lavender incense can be smelled emanating past the doors. Smiling people sitting around welcoming you in. The bathhouse itself contains several rooms with large stone baths that are heated with wood charcoal, and that too beautiful smell also fills the air. As you enter this time of night, there is a male elf standing at the main counter, welcoming people in. He's about 7 feet tall, 165 pounds, a bald head, clean shaven, a creamy tan skin with ocean green eyes. Look up at you. Ah, welcome. My name is Joseph. How may we help you tonight? And he looks at the three of you, besides the obvious.
The obvious is what we need.
Just the obvious.
I see. Are you bathing together privately, or honestly, in the condition you're in, I'm afraid I can't offer you public services.
Understandable.
Together is fine.
Uh,
If no one else in the party, disagrees.
That's fine by me.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so let me see here. That would be 30 copper. So 30 copper per. So that is 90 copper total.
I'll pull out my keystone and be like, all right,
All right.
ready to take it out of the guild account.
You pay your 90 copper. He immediately claps his hands, and when he does, a worker steps out, also an elf who's male, very slender in build. He's a little shorter, only about 6'7". Comes out, Mizelle, will you please take them to one of the bathrooms for the three? Extra towels. And Mizelle looks at the three of you. He kind of he's got more of a buttercream complexion with honey green eyes, and he's a blonde, but looks like a blonde that came out of a box.
Oh.
All right.
But he's very polite, and he smiles, and, please, right this way. And he guides you down. And the bathhouse is done very much in the Japanese style of bathhouses.
I am going to ask him as we're walking if he has some sort of towel that I can use as a blindfold.
There is a wide variety of towels and other implements. Matter of fact, and he makes a stop real quick while he's taking you guys down, and he stops at a little area, grabs a few items, and hands them to you. It's gauze, a bandage, and needle and thread.
Oh, we'll need that. Appreciate that.
And at this point, by the way, since we're taking all this into account, I need Adonis to make me 3 con saves.
Oh God.
All right, that's an 89. That's a 79. And another 79.
Okay, so that's 7 points of poison damage you take.
Okay, I really need healing. I have 7 health.
Because you're still poisoned. At which point you almost collapse over, and Mizelle looks at you. One moment. And Mazel puts his hand against your chest, whispers a few words under his breath, and you see a glowing glyph appear and transfer from his hand to your body. And the poison status is removed as he casts Cure Poison on you.
Oh, thank God. I proceed to ask him, like, what the charge for that might be, so that I can pay him, and very much thank him for his services.
You hear a distinct cracking sound, and notice as you look down, green dust is falling out from under his robes, from where a spellstone broke.
Oh.
He sighs to himself and he goes, "Don't worry about it. If I was going to charge you, I would have charged you before I did it."
I proceed to
I'm going to give
thank
one of
him
my
very
gravestones.
much.
Please,
I was also going to offer to replace the stone.
No. It's fine. Please, this way. And he leads you into a bath, opening up the paper door to allow you all to enter. And it is the room itself is probably a 20 by 10, with one singular central large hot bath steaming up in the center. And he points over to one wall that has a series of showers. Simply touch the blue stone and water will appear. If you would like the water to be cooler, touch the blue stone again. If you would like it to be warmer, touch the red stone next to it. Please enjoy your baths. And with that, he excuses himself.
I will go. Go ahead.
Hold on. You also notice that there is nighttime extras. There is a menu inside the room. Cold fruit is available. Cold Zinfandel wine and cold wheat beer are all available.
Oh, thank Elvinus for the wine. I need that.
So you can order wine?
Yeah.
While he's doing that, I go and clean my head and face area, and then go off into a corner somewhere, proceed to, get ready to take a shower, and put the blindfold over my face as, to not look at Guinevere.
Gotcha. The wine, how many of you are drinking?
I'm good.
Yeah, not me.
Just me.
Okay. That's 30 copper. All right. So
real quick, someone's keeping track of that for us in the party. Right? We have a banker.
I've been trying.
Okay.
So you order the wine. The wine is delivered, and it is beautiful. It is chilled. It's got a light body despite its dark pink coloration, almost strawberry in color. It features aromas of fresh strawberries and a variety of other wild berries that you can't quite place. It has a soft and refreshing, crisp and clean and sweet finish. And you're an elf, so you know your wines. You taste it. It's about 9%.
Nice. Exactly what I needed.
So you all are there. You're able to shower. A light laundry service is normally provided. They politely request that you use the showers to clean your laundry in place of it.
Yep, understandable.
Absolutely fair.
Okay. And then I'll leave it up to you guys how long you guys want to stay at the bathhouse. And what you want to do while you're here.
Just long enough to get clean and then just go pass out back in the Dragon Lily.
I would like to get clean, and then ask either Gelt or Guinevere, whichever one happens to have a better understanding of medicine, if they can sew up any wounds. Patch me up, because I have a blindfold on, so I can't really see.
I think that one's me, but also I'm laughing at the fact that he has a blindfold on.
Not a problem. The three of you, with your background and how long you traveled with D'Artagnan, stitching up wounds is nothing new. So I'm not even going to make you make a medicine check for that. You're able to do it no problem because you're not under any duress. You have plenty of time to get it done.
All right.
So the three of you all have your wounds stitched closed and wrapped up. You get clean. Your clothes. The bathhouse was kind enough to dry them for you.
Nice.
Thank God.
Even if they weren't willing to necessarily wash them. And as you leave the bathhouse, the cold evening air, you make it back to the Dragon Lily. Upon arrival at the Dragon Lily, let's see here, time of night that it is. Yeah, when you arrive at the Dragon Lily, Darren is not the one at the front desk, but instead a female Dragonborn with blue and muddy brown scales with brilliant blue eyes is sitting behind the counter. She sees you enter. How may I help you this evening?
We're just coming back we're coming back to our room for the night.
Oh, and she immediately starts looking down at her ledgers. The Dawning Titans, of course. Please, rest well.
Thanks. Well, it's been a day.
All right. And the three of you make your way back up. You make it to your room. You crash in your beds respectively. And unless anyone has anything they want to get done, I will start ticking the clock forward.
Can I practice my Elvish with Gelt?
Given the events that you have been through,
Maybe not tonight. Maybe tomorrow. It's been a lot.
I say, and best if because what time do you guys want to get up?
What?
7?
Be there between 8 and 10. Yeah, probably 7.
Okay, so that's just getting a full rest.
Okay. Then yeah.
So I'm going to say no to practicing the Elvish on this particular event. What I am going to tell you, though, is you guys didn't recover all your health from a full rest. That's not how this works.
All right.
You only get to recover a portion of it.
All right.
So go ahead and roll your... Hold on, I want to make sure I got this right. Somewhere on this computer, I have a list of notes.
Just one.
Just one.
Just one. Just one never-ending list of notes. You know what? It'd probably be faster if I just went and found it in the damn... This is the problem when you're working on multiple PCs. I'm working on like 3 PCs.
Oh God.
Oof.
Whew.
Yeah. So, it's like, where did I put that? Alright, so y'all, for 8 hours of rest, you guys get to recover 1d8.
1d8.
Okay. Hell yeah, that's 3. That's exactly what I needed to be up to full health.
Where's my D8? That's a 12. This is an 8. Oh boy, I got a 1. I'm at 8 life.
You're at 9. Remember, you had 1 armor.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm back at max.
Alright. So, Guinevere and Gelt, you wake up refreshed physically, if not psychologically. Adonis, you wake up sore.
Yeah.
You're hurting.
Yeah.
And As the three of you rise, you feel particularly hungry. Since you didn't eat last night, due to, I'm going to call it exhaustion. So
Yeah.
all three of you are feeling particularly peckish. And as you gather your things to leave the room, you go to open the room, and a glyph appears in the middle of the room door, very politely, in common, requesting you to remember all of your belongings, as checkout is at 10.
Right.
All right.
Can we check
Remember,
out earlier than that, or?
Well,
Well,
yeah,
it has to be checked out by 10.
Okay, got it.
yeah. When 10 o'clock rolls around, that door's not going to open back up for you.
Got it. So I'll take one last look around the room, make sure nothing was left behind.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
You're good.
And then, yeah, I'll just let 10 o'clock roll around and our time expire.
Well, you don't have that.
We don't have to.
Do that. It's just letting you know that if you get your stuff, don't leave anything behind, because at 10 that door won't open.
Yeah.
So it's still 7 in the morning. You're up. You're out of the room. As you go to make your leave, Darren, I believe, should be. Nope. No. It's still the same Dragonborn as when you came home and went to sleep. Who's still working at the counter? She sees the three. She sees the three of you. Ah, good morning. Good to see that you look well. Most of you look well rested.
Yeah.
Just give her a real groggy morning.
He'll be fine.
Or he won't.
Guilt.
Well, I hope the three of you have a brilliant day. Will you be extending your stay?
How much silver do we have?
From my account, we have like 6 silver. How much was it per night?
Two
270.
silver. Yeah, 270.
So when you started off, the way I always do this is you guys had 990 copper when you started. So far, you have spent 270 minus another 90 minus another 30.
Yes,
you are exactly 6 silver.
Or yeah, 600 coppers. 6 silver.
Yep.
Well, I think right now, let's figure out other situations first.
Yeah.
For now, no.
So
So
are you going to be going and getting breakfast today, or are you going to start tapping into your rations?
we could probably pick up breakfast first. We don't have to worry about money too much right yet.
Yeah, I can agree. I think we can just go pick up breakfast today.
Like something
Okay.
cheap.
I'm going to just say, for sake of that, she overhears you saying you're looking for something cheap, and she goes, I recommend the Poorhouse. Cheapest place to eat in town. I mean, it's not as good as the Statesman, but it's definitely cheap and it'll fill you.
Oh, appreciate that. Thank you.
Not a problem. Enjoy your stay in Dresselhime.
Yeah. All right, let's head over to
Go
the
to the
poorhouse, I guess. I also just noticed it's poor as in financially poor, not poor as in I'm pouring this liquid.
Yeah.
You didn't notice that? Like,
you didn't notice that when we got into town?
Nope.
Now, as you approach the poorhouse, you'll see that there's a giant sign of carved wood above that says the poorhouse. And it has a person standing there with an empty tankard and a hand out like, yeah. You walk in, and even this time of the morning, the poorhouse is a banging. There are adventures going on. You see members of the Corgi crew who are already in the poorhouse, feasting down and drinking. And the poorhouse itself is a circular building with the bar and kitchen located in the very center.
That's the way to do it.
Two staircases to either side that lead up to a series of rooms, and as you look up, you realize that the poorhouse is actually deceptively has a deceptive amount of floors. From the outside, you thought, oh, there's maybe 3-4 floors. As you look up, you realize there's a lot more floors in here than we thought there was. Huh. Probably close to a 10-story building.
Oh,
Wow.
Well then.
And you see signs above each of the stairwells that lead up with an arrow pointing up the stairs that says bunkhouse. And then just a matter of, do you catch a table? Do you go to the bar? How do you guys do this?
Table.
All right, not a problem. You go ahead and you grab a table. And as you grab that table, eventually a young server makes their way by. A Laprade, which is a rabbit folk, comes by and he looks over and he goes, "Ah, well, how ooh." He kind of looks at Adonis. You might want to get that looked at, but until then, I guess a good meal wouldn't kill you. So, and he throws out the menus, and the menu that you see, here's what the menu consists of: monk's mead, dried fruit, white wine, red wine, planer's ale, dwarven stout, and something called a meal. That's all it's called, a meal.
all right. Let's go with that meal.
So, one meal for the lady.
2 meals, please.
Ooh, 2 meals, okay.
I'll just order for Adonis because he just looks so bad. I'm just like, 2 meals, one for me, one for him.
All right, anything to drink?
More wine.
Okay, a wine, red or white?
White.
Okay. So he's just over here. He's like calculating it up on this little tablet that he has. He's like, okay, so that's 3 meals. One wine for the lady.
Stout, please.
1 dwarven stout. Oh, you got it. Okay. And how about you for my haggard friend?
I just asked for like a lemon water or something. Like water, a lemon water.
Lemon water. Sure, not a problem. Okay, and 1 lemon water. That's a grand total of 39 copper.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right. That's a lot less than I had expected it to be.
39 copper, that's 3 meals. And all right, we'll have that right up to you. And he bounces off. By the way, wait, before he leaves, he actually turns the pad that he's been writing on. He turns it around and waits for you to touch your keystone to it.
Yeah, I'll touch a keystone to it.
You touch the keystone, you watch as the writing glows and disappears. Thank you very much, he says, and off he goes. For the few minutes between now and your food, the bar is packed. It is full. People are gallivanting about. There's already hooting and hollering. There's already someone in the corner screaming, "F***ing goblin!" As the gambling tables never close. And
Can I do a quick healing breeze on Adonis?
I was about to say, I'm gonna look to Guinevere and be like, please heal me, while also trying to ear hustle around to see if I hear any worthwhile information.
nothing really worthwhile to hear at the moment. Just people arguing and grumbling and drinking. Let's go for those. How many times are we going to try to cast this?
Like, you're at what, 9? 9 of what?
25.
25.
Let's go with 4 times.
Okay.
That's a 2. That's also a... Oh, wait, that's a 4. A 3. And another 3.
12.
Nice.
Not bad. Not bad.
21.
You no longer, about this point, the server comes back, looks at you. Look at you. See, little light atmosphere, and you're already starting to look better. See here, that was a white wine for you. That was a stout for the lady. A lemon water for our friend in recovery. And 3 meals. He lays them out. Now, the meal is an 8-inch bowl that's about 5 inches deep, filled with what looks like pan gravy. It's like a country gravy that's been darkened with roux.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
And what it's hiding within it are formerly dehydrated dried meat that has been soaking in the same fat they probably used to make the pan gravy to soften it up, so even though you can tell, oh yeah, this was jerky at one point, it doesn't have that tough chewiness to it. It's actually edible. And all of that is piled on top of a couple of biscuits that were made this morning that are still warm, fluffy, and delicious.
Man, this
A good meal.
This is a
I
whole
will chow
feast
down.
compared
I
to
will
what
chow
Dragon would give.
Basically, if this was a Waffle House, the only thing that's missing is, do you want cheese on it?
Oh man.
So, the food is given, drink is given, your server gives you a curt nod and leaves you to devour your breakfasts.
Yeah, absolutely go to town on it.
Yeah.
No problem. It is everything that is awesome about the South.
Oh hell yeah.
Perfect.
Amazing.
Right. So your bellies are full?
It's round 2 time.
I don't know about that. I would like to head down to the stables and to the smithing and tannery areas.
Alright, so you cut across town. Which business do we want to start at?
Start in the stable and stock, since it's right there, and my question is quick.
Okay. So you walk into the stable and stock. Stable and stock, stable and stock. That's the feed and tack. We want the stable and stock. Bobs and knobs, not there.
I will go to a Bob's and Knobs, though. Don't tempt me.
So you walk up to the stable and stock. How can I help you today? There's looks like a stable hand who's just kind of at the ready, greeting you. How can we help you?
I asked him what kind of animals they have for sale.
For sale? Currently nothing.
Oh.
Right now we're strictly all stable at the moment. Given the matter of fact, if you kind of motions and you as you peek into one of the open barns, there's not a single stall that's not double packed.
Whew.
Oh, man.
Yikes.
Yeah, there's we only get this many people kind of once a year, so it's not worth expanding because the cost, but it's in a busy year. You're not looking for lodging for animals, are you? He's
No.
gonna has like this look on his face.
I just look at him. No. I just had a real dumb question, but considering you don't have any stock to sell right now, I think I'll forego my question.
In a few weeks, we'll probably have some of the stuff available. I mean, people always have to sell their animals, usually after they go broke betting on the festival, so...
Well, then I guess I'll ask him, what kind of animals do they normally have outside of, this time?
Well, we specialize in horses, but we do oxen as well. Really, that's the game around here. Oxens are significantly cheaper than, say, getting involved with horses, but it really depends on your purposes. If you plan on getting a cart. Oxen are probably the way to go if you're looking for heavy load, and speed's not so much your problem. And he just starts kind of going off. But if at the same time, if you're looking for, oh well, I guess it would really depend on your purposes, on what you need the animal to do.
All right. Well, ask him if he ever gets anything exotic in. Per se.
Damn bear again.
What exactly do you mean by exotic?
I'm looking for a bear.
Usually people fight bears. And he just kind of starts kind of backing up. And about this point, an older gentleman walks out. Barry, keep yourself to work. I'll help the customers. And this man steps forward. He's about 5'9", probably 155 pounds. He's got the body that you could tell he's seen his time. He has brindle skin patterns, long black hair. He's missing his right eye. It's been replaced with a green seafoam green glass eye, and his left eye is hazel. His best description of him is kind of a barbarian cowboy.
Huh.
All right.
Name's John Nelson, and this here is my stable. So you're looking to buy, you said?
Yeah.
Well, depends really on what kind of animal you're looking for. Are you looking for something to move a whole lot of weight, or are you looking for something single rider?
I'm looking for a bear.
So,
Preferably a cub.
he immediately turns to Gelt and Guinevere. So, are you looking for a horse, or are you looking for an ox?
Well, so I wasn't looking for anything. I was just following my friend here.
Okay. He turns back to Adonis. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure Hero and Hera could tame a bear. And he motions over to one of the stockyards, and you see these two ogre that are picking up livestock and just kind of lifting them and putting them in one pen to another.
Jesus.
I'm sure the two of them could probably tame a bear, though I'm not sure how much bear would be left in it by the time those two are done with it. We don't really work with that. Upon occasion, we've been known to do a few exotics, but predominantly we do domestic breeds.
I just kind of nod my head. I understand. Thank you for your time, though.
Not a problem. I'll keep my ear open.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
And about that point, he turns around. Hero! Hara! The name of Grendel, you two... Gentle!
Gentle.
All right.
I guess towards the tannery. I mean, unless you other two have objections.
What time is it?
Let's see here. About now... It's about 9:30.
Maybe to the guardhouse.
Yeah, so we should probably get to the guardhouse.
Yeah.
The guardhouse.
If you leave right now, you'll get to the guardhouse by 10.
Okay.
All right. Perfect.
To the guardhouse. To the guardhouse. My players are on their way to the guardhouse. And the guards welcome you. They see you. They're like, "Hey, welcome back."
Yeah.
We were thinking we were going to have to report you as walking off the job to the guild house.
Nope.
Nope.
Just needed
Was
a good
sidetracked.
So are you prepared to go down there? Apparently there's something last night. I'm not sure if it happened before or after you left. Something made a terrible ruckus, and really had the place up in arms.
Yeah, that would have been us making that ruckus.
Shut up, Adonis.
Screams of terror. There was a lot of rats.
Yeah, I could have sworn we put that in the job description. Did we not put that in the job description? He turns to over to the other guards like, you guys remember to mention the rats, right?
More
guards
than
want-
expected.
You mentioned rats. I believe I remember that vaguely in the contract.
I don't remember a colony being specified.
Well, it's a sewer. And they mentioned rats. How many sewers have you been in?
One.
Not very many. One.
This one?
Yeah, one.
Oh, well, now you know sewers have rats.
Yeah.
We all learned a lot of things yesterday.
I bet we did. Turn to him and just kind of stare him in the eye and hold my ears.
I just kind of like dig my finger in my ear. There's still a ringing. All the screaming, you know, really gets to you.
Oh, let's go do this.
And back into the sewers you are led.
Are we doing better or worse than the other party?
You'll find out in December when the videos release.
Oh no.
Fair enough.
So, we are back in the sewer.
No guns.
I just, yeah. I learned my lesson. I understand. It is loaded for quick fire emergency only. Hoping that it gives us, you know, hurts us, but gives us a chance to escape whatever is trying to assault us.
So, Guinevere, you're up first.
Okay. Trying to think there.
All right.
And I want to do a perception check.
No problem.
85.
You're good. You make it there. Everything seems calm. It's either quieter than yesterday or your tinnitus is subsiding. You're not sure which.
Either way, I'm thankful for it.
Gelt?
I'll go over here and do an investigation to see if I can see any of the tracks that if I can make out any of the tracks that might give us a better indication on where the rats are coming from.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to investigate.
Got yeah. My investigation. 76.
You see the boot prints left by all of you. And you see little scratch marks that are probably from the rat's claws that had scurried by. And it looks like absolute fucking chaos.
All right.
Adonis.
Cody.
Sorry about that. I'm going to go right about there, and I'm going to perception check to see, you know, if I can see any rats in the water or anything like that. See if there's anything around. 80.
You see lots of material floating in the water. Bits of paper, bits of waste, some dead rats from your previous encounters. Parts of them are still floating. Looks like the rest of them were cannibalized.
Oof.
But that's it. Guinevere,
Okay. Want to try to hear and jump across.
All right.
68.
Okay, you are able to jump across, no problem. Y'all are a little more accustomed to moving down here. You're like, okay, yeah, I remember this. Slippery. Yeah, we're good.
Slippery.
And then I don't think I have the movement to jump across again, do I?
How many feet have you moved?
I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay.
Go ahead and try.
89. Or I'm
You
sorry,
leap
98. I read that backwards.
You leap across. Wait. 98 or 89? It doesn't matter. Either way, it's high enough. You leap across, and as you come to a sliding halt, you see a little area where some moss has been knocked off the bricks. And you don't know why, but something tells you, huh, I wonder who slammed into this. And with that, you've managed to make your move. Nothing jumps out and attacks you. Gelt?
Alright. And move there and just do another perception.
In this case, make investigation, because you're actively trying to find something.
Okay. Uh, 89.
89. You look hard through and nothing. Adonis.
Alright. I'm gonna try and get up there to where Guinevere is.
You gonna trek through the water, or you gonna try to jump?
I'm gonna try and jump. Not trekking through the water. I'm avoiding it as much as possible.
So give me 2 jumps.
Alright. First jump is a 91.
No problem.
Second jump is a 73.
No problem. You are able to jump and skip your way over there. So where exactly do you want to move to?
I want to end up right here, and being
right
as
where he was before.
right where I was before. Yes, it's all coming together. All right.
As you arrive in that spot, you get a cold chill that just kind of runs through you. The familiarity.
As I get that cold chill, I just hand on my hip, ready for action at all times. And then I want to investigate the area and see, if I see any sign of the rats, because there was a lot of them here before.
Go ahead.
The 97. Wait, hold on,
see.
it's a 92.
You don't see anything.
Yeah. All right. Interesting.
You're good.
All right.
You see not the rats. You do hear a faint splashing sound.
Ooh. Are there any rocks or pebbles or debris at my feet, or close to me?
You could rip off some hunks of moss.
But nothing solid through and through, just moss.
I'm sure if you dug through the inch-thick moss that you're walking on, you'd eventually find something.
No, it's okay.
Okay. In that case, back to Guinevere.
Okay. So here, there's no more
There's no more path.
path down that way.
Nope. But I will say that as you pass Adonis, you begin to hear the splashing sound, And as you move further down, you hear the splashing sound grow louder, so you know you're getting closer to it.
Can I do a perception check?
What exactly are you trying to determine?
If I can see where the splashing is coming from.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Let's have a perception.
50 even.
You can't tell if it's coming from the north path or the south path. Too much echo. Plus tinnitus.
All right. All right. Going, so I guess I'll just back down into the water.
Trekking through the water. Alright, you're good. Gelt.
Seeing that Guinevere's just gone into the water, I assume she wouldn't do that without good reason. So I'm gonna also head down over there. And we're gonna try and hop to here. So get the maybe humiliating roll out of the way first. 88.
Nope. You land and you see the spot that Guinevere noticed earlier, and you recognize that spot from yesterday, and you're like, not today!
Not today.
Did I notice it was slightly elf-shaped?
Do I hear him say this "not today" bit?
You say it
I say it to myself.
Alright, he didn't say it out loud, so no. Alright, so you made your jump.
Alright, and down here.
Okay. And you too hear the splashing.
I'm gonna do an investigation check to see if I can figure out where it's coming from.
This would be a perception.
Perception? Okay. 76.
Coming from the south path.
Alright. Alright. Splashing's coming from the south. Let's do this. And that is my turn.
Adonis.
Guess I'm just gonna head down right here. So what is that? 1, 2, 3. So that's 15, 20. I'm gonna head all the way up to right there.
Holy shit.
Alright, I will say, once you cross those two little piping stations, the water officially becomes deep. So
like
all movement coming past there, it's basically above the knee.
Okay.
So movement will be reduced by half going forward from there.
Oh, okay. And then I want to investigate for the sound.
Okay.
And any other, things that might be of interest. I got a 53. Nope, wait, that's a 48. Yeah.
Alright. Hold on, what did I do? Nope, that's not what I meant to do. I'm moving terrain and I'm trying to move objects. There we go. Jesus, what did I do?
Oh no.
The ground keeps opening up.
The floor keeps going away.
No.
Not
It's
the
an
floor.
opposite chicken little situation.
The floor is falling.
There we go. You see a rat swimming.
Okay.
Rat.
Yes. You see a rat that's swimming in the water.
Alright. No, she's kind of far. I'm not gonna shout back to her. But the second that she gets close enough to me that we're in speaking distance, I do want to inform her that I, can see a rat up there swimming around.
All right. So when she comes by you, if we will have that discussion, assuming she comes by you.
Yep.
There we go. I'm like, where'd those pipes go? They're there. All right. So we are back to Guinevere.
yeah, I do want to continue down this path.
All right.
I think I'll be able to make it like right in front of him.
Fair enough. You make it down there. Adonis tells you, "Hey, look, there's the rat," and points it out to you. You see the rat scurrying. The rat is climbing up on the wall and falling back into the water and like swimming back and forth, trying to climb on the pipes and trying to climb up the wall.
Weird.
He's just trying to get out.
Well, yeah.
I'm just gonna assume it was
But
like
why would
playing
it
in the
not
water.
go the way of shallow water?
That is fair.
Could just be playing.
Yeah. I can't hit it from. I need to be within 5 feet of it, so I need to be closer. But
So, Gelt.
I'm gonna I'm gonna stay here and keep my ears out to see if I hear any other noises that might indicate where the other rats are coming from.
Okay. Adonis, as you're watching the rat disappears from view. What would you like to do?
Alright. Let's see. I want to get right up here and peek around this corner, see if I see, the rat or anything of interest back there. I just want to peek around the two sides of the corners of the wall and be like, okay, what else is back here?
So you're looking north or south?
We'll look south. 84.
You peek around and you see the rat swimming in the water, and then it dives under the water and it's gone. It doesn't come back up.
Oh.
uh-oh.
I don't want to go through the shit water.
Alright. Well, I turn back to Guinevere and I inform her that the rat just swam underneath shit water and did not come back up. So either there's bigger problems than a rat, or there's something underneath where he swam on that wall area.
Oh god.
Oh, goody.
And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
You're not going to use the rest of your movement?
Turn, go up. Maybe check up there.
I think I only can move like 2 more spaces.
Oh yeah, cause half movement.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll go out towards the north. I think I get, yeah,
Right there.
5, 10, 15. Alright, yeah, that's fine. That is
Cool.
where I will be. Oh, fun.
Don't
you
shoot it.
You step on a rat.
Oh god.
It scurries out from under your feet, and you find yourself with 2 rats attacking you.
You find yourself also turned into a rat.
Amazing.
So they rolled really shit on their initiative, so you get to go first.
Okay. I'm going to take out my loaded crossbow and
Oh.
shoot the one in front of me.
Okay.
That is a 86 to hit.
It hits.
That's a 3.
You shish kebab the rat. It like rolls over in the water,
Uh-huh.
but it's still kicking and screeching.
Oh.
God, of course. It's screeching. Of course.
Oh yeah.
Of course. Why not? The arrow. Can I grab it and yank it back out?
Sleight of hand.
I actually have kind of good sleight of hand. 96.
All right. You grab the arrow, you rip it out, you deal the 1 more point of damage required to kill the rat.
Perfect. How many action points did that take to do?
You fired the crossbow, which is a free action. If it was already loaded, you reached out with the sleight of hand to grab the bolt, so you have 3.
3? Okay. I'm gonna skirmish the other rat with my daggers for the last 3 action points.
Let's try to hit.
73.
You hit, so go ahead and skirmish. That's 3d6.
I got a 4 and 2 2s.
You stab the rat with the first strike, and then the rat kind of goes under the water, and you strike 2 more times, but neither attempts seem to bite. As the rat's, well, let's find out if the rat sticks his head up. What's the damage?
4.
Well, you didn't hit with those other 2, but you're assuming that's because the rat sank to the bottom.
Perfect.
All right. Guinevere, you're up.
Alright. And a 15. I guess I'll just. Oh, oops. I'm not actually selecting myself. 5, 10, and 15 right here to where he said that the rat disappeared, and I want to investigate. Um, 88.
You notice that this wall is different. It's still looks like it's covered in moss, but all the other walls are kind of got gaps in them and are stacked stone. This wall, on the other hand, appears to be completely covered in moss.
Can I take my dagger and see if I can scrape the moss away?
Sure you can. And when you do,
You go boom.
Oh,
you are greeted with as soon as you start to pull away the moss, it starts to crumble away, and you spy dry dirt that is on the ground. Do you clear all the moss away?
yeah, I'm gonna try and clear all the moss.
Okay. As you clear all the moss, the water itself begins to run, and you see that this was blocking part of the waterway.
Oh.
And the water
Oh,
is beginning to flow.
okay.
And it's about that point that you, as the water now starting to move, Adonis, you're standing in the water, you feel the current begin to shift. Gelt, you notice that the water is beginning to move a little bit faster, and the chorus of screeching begins to echo off the walls.
Oh,
Fuck.
shit.
Oh god.
But the water's moving. Adonis, Guinevere, you now have half movement on top of half movement to fight against the water.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Fuck.
Quarter movement, baby.
The hell else was I supposed to do?
You
I get
know,
11. I get 11 movement now.
So you have 10.
I have 5.
that's
I can move
terrible.
1 square.
But the water is, like I said, the water is flowing out through that pathway that you opened.
Are we able to follow that pathway?
You can.
Can we walk with the water for no negative effects, or is it still like no matter what you're getting that extra half?
No. Well, it depends. Do you want to let the water carry you, or do you want to be in control?
I think I would like to be in control, but move with the water.
If you move with the water, it's only half movement.
Okay.
Oh, but we need to let Gelt know.
He'll catch up. It's gonna take way longer to get back there than it is for him to get to us.
Can I try and whistle really loud to get Gelt's attention to let him know? Like, hey, follow the water.
I don't know if that is the greatest idea.
Well, okay, yeah, fair enough.
It's up to you. I'll totally let you do it.
You know what? Never mind.
All right. So
I assume he'll figure it out.
all right. So Gelt, it's your turn, I think. You hear the scurrying of rats and the screeching, and the water around you has started moving southward quickly.
Time to get into the stinky water. 3, 4, 5, 6.
You're moving with the flow of water. You now get movement and a half.
Hey.
If you're trying to do it in a hurry. Otherwise you get half movement.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it kind of in a hurry.
Excellent.
So, I'll make it down here.
You can make it to us.
Yeah.
You catch up to Adonis and Guinevere, and you're like, hey, what's going on? And the water is rushing, and the rat screeching is getting louder.
All right.
Like that it's coming from the path that was just opened, or that it's just a lot more rats.
At this point, it's echoing off the walls so loud you don't know where it's coming from.
Okay.
All right. Well, I look to them. I'm like, with the flow of water, I think that they're coming down, not up per se. So I think we should go up to this, north path and maybe potentially watch the rats get scuttled away in the.
Oh.
Okay. We can see if that works. Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure at this point, going back, we're gonna hit those rats and be trapped. So.
Then yeah, I guess let's try and get out of the way.
Yeah. Okay, I'm okay with that.
All right. I passed my turn, so.
So that's that would be Adonis.
Okay, so I will go my 10, my 2 squares up.
Okay, move your 2 squares up, fighting against the current. Guinevere?
There we go.
She makes her 1 square, trying to push against the current. I need you to give me a con save. Or no, athletics. This would be an athletics maneuver.
So that's correct.
84.
84. You find yourself pushed back against these rocks.
Oh,
fuck.
As the current is picking up.
Could I try and grab her to keep her from getting pulled away? Maybe as far.
Make it athletics.
All right. That is 94.
You grab her and you get to there with her.
Shit. Adonis!
There's nothing I can do for you now.
It's your turn, actually.
Shit.
If you let go of Guinevere, she has to make another athletics check to try to keep her position. If you try to pull her along with you, you both have to make a combined athletics check to see if you guys can move forward and fight against this growing current.
I think that's our only option.
Yep.
You could go with the current.
Uh,
It's not the only option. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, I could kill you guys. All right, yeah, I'm gonna try and go up. Yeah, just try and get up to Adonis. All right, rolled an 85.
Guinevere?
I rolled an 87.
Okay. The two of you combined move up. Adonis, do you want to help them or try to do anything?
Gonna peek around this corner and make sure there's nothing hiding, waiting for me back there.
Not a thing.
I'm gonna reload my crossbow. And then I'm going to tie rope to the end of my crossbow.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna. How far is that? 5, 10, 15. 15 feet of rope to get to that. Wait, let me make sure I have rope. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I have rope, but
Every good adventurer has rope.
I
Who
don't
said
have
you were
rope.
good adventurers?
That is true.
Yeah.
I don't have rope. I can't help you. Well, I'm just gonna move my 2 blocks forward and hang out up here.
He said, "Fuck my friends."
I need you to make an athletics roll.
We should not have came in the water. Oh wait.
What? It's 84.
You come slamming back around and from up there and end up here.
Oh, great. All right.
The water is picking up pace even more.
I have an idea.
What is your idea?
We are by piping. We grab onto the pipes.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm just gonna hold on to the pipe.
No, just that's it.
Yeah, so
first, I'm gonna check the pipe to make sure it's not hot.
they're not hot.
All right, I'm gonna hold on to the pipe then.
Okay, y'all hold on to the pipes. How long do you plan on just clinging to the pipes?
I don't know, like 15 minutes.
I need 3 Constitution checks from everybody.
Oh, God. Okay.
We'll start with Guinevere.
You said 3, right?
Yeah.
80, 66, and 82.
Guinevere gets swept away.
Shit.
All right, Gelt, how about you? What do you got?
91, 76, and 77.
Okay, you managed to just barely hang on. Adonis, what do you got?
87, 89, and 91.
Okay. You managed to hang on to where you are. Guinevere, you are off the map.
Oh, shit. Okay. Bye.
Gelt, Adonis, you want to hang on you still hang on, or are you going to try to help her?
We gotta go help her.
So you're going to let go and go with the flow?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
You know what? At this point, I'm letting go and going with the flow. The water's gonna take me, and I guess I'm taking Gelt with me.
All right. Okay. So all 3 of you have just let the water swept you away, and immediately the water gets deeper and deeper, and now it's no longer knee deep or anything like that. It's up to your necks deep, and you feel that the chasm is rushing downward and flowing, and you guys are getting battered around until finally the water gets colder and colder.
Oh, we're in the fucking ocean.
Oh, fuck.
And you are spit out all the way on the other end of the city. Loading the map. You guys get spit out and end up right outside the city.
Oh no.
So, didn't mean to load us back into the city. We were supposed to load outside the city. Here we'll pick that one. So you guys end up loading the map, loading the map.
During that time, did any rats ever pass us?
Nope.
God damn it.
I say we don't get a shower this time.
We're just going
And-
bad.
Y'all end up on the beach with the sewage water pouring out and mixing with the seawater just south of the city. There are some local fishermen down on the beach who see all of you come barreling out. Oh, they must have unclogged the sewers. Huh. That's a smelly job.
Yeah.
And back to fishing he goes.
I want to look at the contract that we have with the Master Guildhall, and if unclogging the sewer was any part of
It
the
was.
quest.
Yeah,
in fact-
that was pretty much.
It was part of the quest.
And I want to see what the fine details say about the rats. If we have to remove all of them, or unclog and remove as many as we can.
It says both of those things. It says that they would like you to eliminate as many rats as possible, but they would like you to find the source of the clog and get it free. And if not solve the clog issue, then at least kill enough rats that the workers would go back in there.
Well, we solved the clog issue.
Alright, so I would like, to make my way back into town. And, what time of day is it?
Right now, it is. Let me see. You guys were down there for a while. It is about 1,400 hours now.
Okay, I look at the other two. Showers, then Guildhall. And I, I point to them like, yes, no, maybe?
Payment. I'll go get payment. You guys go shower.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right, so we're splitting the party, in a manner of speaking. Now, by the way, there's a guardhouse right there at the entrance.
Uh-huh.
You guys just want to stop at the guardhouse?
Sure.
I mean, doesn't it have to be the captain we talked to?
As you
No,
come
he told
through
us to go to a guardhouse.
as you come through the gates, the guards look at you and all kind of hold their noses. You make your way past the other guardhouse. You approach. The guard captain of this guardhouse comes out. Oh, this is either very unfortunate, or you found the clog.
We found the clog.
What was gumming up the works?
So much moss.
Just a huge wall of moss.
A
What
lot
about
of
the rat?
moss.
What about the rats?
We got 7 of them.
We got a few
We
of
killed
them.
some.
He kind of looks at all of you. I see. By chance, was there a really big one?
Not that we saw.
Well, they were all quite big.
They were all quite big.
No, I mean one as big as a man.
No.
No,
Oh.
nothing that large.
I see. Let me see your... He kind of looks at it. Ugh. Just hold your contract.
Yeah.
And
Just hold.
he takes the stone and he looks over to one of his guards. Check the flow. That guard immediately runs over and grabs a set of keys and runs to the back of the guardhouse. Comes back. The water is flowing. There, with a reluctant, The guard captain touches his keystone to the contract. There's a quick flash. Your contract is complete.
Thanks.
Thanks.
You want to keep a receipt?
Oh, it's all gone. Now it's just wet paper.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just trash at this point?
Yep.
Okay.
And you have all been paid a silver for your work.
A silver each, or was this just communally a silver?
No, they just paid a silver.
Okay.
It's enough for a bath.
That is enough for a bath.
All right. This time it's a little earlier in the day that you all make your way to that side of town. You pass by the prison. It's exactly what it sounds like.
Sunshine and rainbows?
Of course. Past the Temple of Sticks, past other variations, past the tailor, to the bathhouse. This time, with it being daylight, you see the Colosseum. And you can see that the Colosseum is adorned, much like the Roman Colosseum, with many, many statues, some of gods and some of historical figures. As you approach the side of the Colosseum with the bathhouse, you see one in particular, a Tarren holding a staff in one hand, outstretched, and it seems like people have brought offerings of fish and meat and incense and candles. The meat and fish have just been left to rot in the sun at the feet of this statue of a Pantheran. And you actually, while you're walking by, you see some Pantherans who kind of look up because they can smell you, and then they go back to their prayers at the feet of this statue.
Yeah. Let's not get sewer work again.
I agree.
And you walk into the bathhouse with who's going to be the person that has to deal with you now? 4 people at the bathhouse. You're going to traumatize them all.
Honestly.
That's the problem.
Bathhouse no longer offers laundry services.
After what we've been through, I understand.
Oh boy. So you walk into the bathhouse, you are greeted by... There it is. This time of day, it is... So you are greeted by a female elf who introduces herself. I am Sefe. She's about 6'8", 145 pounds, cream pale skin, light blue, with a light blue glow to it, amber eyes, and a long blonde braid. The Dawning Titans, I presume?
I'm so sorry. I swear we don't typically look like this.
I've heard. Will it be the same as before? Communal bath,
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
90 copper.
Yeah.
I'll tap my stone.
Yep. They lead you back. They set you up. You get clean. You wash your clothes. They dry them.
They're sick of seeing us.
This is for a long time, but they weren't prepared for the Dawning Titans.
No one ever is.
No one is.
So do you guys actually take your time, or do you, like, get clean in a hurry and are like, we want to get back on the road, kind of?
No, I'm gonna take my time. It's the
absolutely
afternoon
a
time.
deep scrub.
Yeah. I do not plan on going back down into that sewer for, some time, hopefully.
All right, so it'll be 1,600 hours when you guys leave.
Okay.
Good enough.
Where would you like to go?
The Master Guild Hall.
So back to the guild hall, see if we can pick
Yep.
up more work.
Okay, you make your way back to the guild hall. Ooh, no longer smelly, thank God. You walk in, it's as lively as ever. You make your way up to the front of the line. There is a different dwarf that you get this time at the window. Oh, please go ahead and place your stone. You place your stone down?
Yep.
Oh, the Dawning Titans. We just got done approving your contract. It seems that you did a somewhat okay job, but if you're willing, they're looking for a group to go back down there. Apparently, you cleared out the southern exit, but apparently there's a northern blockage as well.
Maybe not right now. Maybe another.
How much?
Standard rate is 1 silver.
I just look at Gelt and I just grab him by the shoulder. There's not enough silver in the world to make me go back down there for another week.
Nope.
Let's see here. We have a report of red-capped goblins to the south has come in. They're looking for anyone who can provide a location. That pays 2 silver if you provide information of the location, or 15 silver for a proof of extermination of the goblin nest. We have a job issued by Richard the Braveheart. 90 gold to prove his brother is not responsible for a murder. Basically, he's trying to get his brother to avoid the executioner's blade. So, that's what we have at the moment.
I mean, I'm down to attempt the 90 gold one.
No, I don't. There's no attempting that. I don't want someone's brother dead on my conscience.
It's do or die. So I mean,
he sounds like a noble. I know enough that I shouldn't get involved with nobles.
What does the goblin nest pay again?
2 silver, 15
for,
if we can
for
wipe it
finding
out.
If you bring back knowledge of its location, it's 2 silver. Once, of course, confirmed. Otherwise, it's 15 silver, and you get the additional 2 silver as well. You find it and you destroy it, so it's a total of 17 silver. Plus the standard fees for goblin proof.
All right.
What are those?
Depends on the goblin.
Got it.
If they are red cap,
you don't think we could just prove a murder?
Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. Guinevere's with me on this one? Hold on. Wait a second.
I'm interested.
I'm also interested.
I'd like to know more details.
Okay.
The details we have is it looks like his brother Louis was traveling across sea on the SS War. And he is implicated in the murder of a worker. Actually, he's implemented for a worker of the Guild's Hall and 3 others.
Well, you know, Adonis, I don't think we can do
I think
that.
we could solve it. I think we could solve it.
I don't think we can do that, Adonis.
I think we can solve it.
I'm gonna put the guildstone down for the goblins.
There's no contract involved for that. That's a standing order.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that contract is open to everyone.
We'll be back with the goblin's head.
Certainly.
Yep, cool.
I'm just gonna follow them out.
Okay.
I'm not gonna, object.
Adonis. Once we get out, I just want to. Adonis, we can't disprove that because if we disprove it, it's us.
Look, for 90 gold, I'll blame whoever they want. We were on the boat. We could be witnesses. You guys gotta think smarter, not harder. Yeah, y'all gotta think smarter, not harder. We implicated his brother, now we can make an extra 90 gold.
I don't think we can.
Not with that attitude and with the guilt y'all have.
It's survival instincts, you
Guilt?
pumpkin.
I don't know
I
necessarily
just
if I have
don't
a
want to
bump
be
yet.
proven as the murderer of demons.
You see, the wonderful thing about being the detective is that you can, you know, make it so the fingers aren't pointing at you. God. Let's
At the
just go kill
Golden
some
State
Until another
goblins.
detective comes along and proves you wrong.
What stops the detective from coming along and proving it wrong anyways and finding us out? If we solved it prior, 90 gold, heat off our back, heat off that guy's back.
There's no implication that it was us, as it
Ah.
is.
With how guilty y'all be acting, I don't know, dog. I don't know. That dwarf could think anything now.
You could just think that we hate Richard.
That's fair.
He could. You are correct. But I'm just saying, y'all gave him a lot in there. Did not keep your cool. Not even a hair.
You guys did just come out of a sewer, and the whole town is talking about the 3 smelly people who've walked through it 2 days in a row.
Yeah, I just want to get out of town.
So, are you going to do any prep before you leave town?
Yes.
Yes.
I would like to go to the smithy and the tannery.
Let's see here. It is... Yeah, there's just enough time to make it out there. Which first, the smithy or the tannery?
Probably the smithery.
Okay, you go to the smithy. To the smithy. To the smithy. Not the lumberyard, the smithy. The sounds of hammers and anvils ringing fills the air as you approach. Sights of flashing flames and dancing sparks floats about among the swirling bodies of sweaty, soot-covered dwarven workers as they are all quickly going about their business. You walk into where the indicated shop front is, and you are met by a stern-looking dwarf with deep, smooth grey skin, a long, shaggy blonde beard, and a mass of crazed blonde hair atop his head. The name is Ember. I handle the business here. How can I help you?
I think first things first. We're looking for newer armor.
Armor. Are you looking for light armor, heavy armor, medium armor?
I'm just gonna tell him I'm looking for something that won't slow me down, but will at least give me some protection.
He kind of blinks a few times, taking in what you said. Okay. Light armor, I think, then, would be probably the least cumbersome. What kind of budget are we looking for, and what time frame do you need the armor made by?
Cheap and the cheapest time frame.
Let me see here. Cheapest time frame. That's a little bit, okay. I'm trying to think here how to help you. I think that you might misunderstand. We make things out of metal here. If you're looking for something a bit more mobile, perhaps you're looking for something that was made from the hide of a beast.
Maybe you could help my other friends.
Huh?
Armor? Yes?
Not metal.
Guinevere?
I kind of need dexterity.
Guinevere?
Yeah.
I could always, will.
Okay.
Seems
Seems like no armor, but I do have a question that I don't know if you'll be able to answer.
I will certainly try my best.
I will pull out. I will take the ammo out of my gun and show it to him and ask him if he knows what this is.
That's a caster shell.
Okay. If he knows what kind of caster shell it is.
Oh, I see. You need it identified. Why didn't you say so? Let me take a look. See, and he goes and he grabs a book off the shelf. Runes are not the problem, but enchanter business is a little finicky. Let me see here. And he takes the shell from you, and he's going to take a few minutes to kind of discern that. While he's discerning that, the rest of you get a chance to look at the shop itself. And it is a glorious shop, full of all kinds of goodies. You see lots of swords and halberds and spears, some shields, a few suits of full-plated armor that are sitting about. Let's see now. You are a caster shell. Ooh, this is a... Where did you get this by, if you don't mind my asking?
Found it.
This is old magic. It's at least 100 or more years old. Let us see. No, caster shells today are usually labeled in common. This is old Dwarven. Let's see. Whoever lost this lost themselves a pretty penny. Where can it come from? About this time you see some more workers. They come, they go. Let's see here. This is a CP-number 925.
Okay.
5d4.
Oh my gosh!
Piercing times 5. Fire times 5. With a recoil penalty of 1d12.
That's strong.
Right.
So,
You're breathing into the mic, hon.
Sorry.
so there you have it. That's that.
I'll thank him for identifying it, and
Not a problem.
ask for my ammo back. Put it away.
Well,
I'll reload it
Okay.
into my weapon.
Careful with that now. And he kind of like slowly moves away from you.
Just gonna slowly put it back down, like really focusing on my trigger safety.
Good. So, can I interest you in actual things made of metal? Weapons. Armor. You. Pointy ear. Step forward.
Yeah.
He's looking at your arm.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm gonna roll up my sleeve and just show him the arm in its entirety.
I see. Should take better care of that.
Yeah. Try.
Hey, Flint! Look! And at that moment, a dwarf who's carrying some boxes puts them down and looks over, and you realize that he has 2 arms, each from the elbow down.
Oh.
His are made of what looks like a darker rustic steel with wrappings of copper that wrap around them. Let's see here. Hey! I'm pretty sure I recognize this work. Yeah? Did you get this in Willow Boy?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a gift.
How much you want to bet that Balthazar made this? You think so? Look. And he goes and he pushes on your forearm a few times, and without you actually meaning to trigger it, it triggers because of where he pushes. The hand folds down, grabs the wrist, and the blade comes out, and the two dwarfs start laughing. See? That's Balthazar's type of work right there. Good to hear the old sucker sawbuster's still fucking kicking. It is. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to overstep my bounds. And he taps your wrist a few times to make the blade go back in, and your wrist comes back.
Yeah, it's all good.
But seriously, here. He goes back behind the counter and he grabs a few things and he gives you a maintenance kit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
First one's free. Take good care of that. Dwarven work will stand the test of time, but not if you'd mistreat it.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. I'll try to take better care.
Another dwarf hollers from the back. Hey, Flint, what you doing? On a break? Flint turns around. You know, Spark, you're going the right way to end up with one of these, and he points down to his boot, up your arse. And he walks back, and they start going back to their work. Meanwhile, Ember's still looking at the two of you, or at the three of you. So, is there anything that I can help you with in regards to, or is this about all I can offer you today?
I don't think we can afford any of your services.
Well, that's not a problem. If you ever change your mind or decide that you are prepared to actually get a weapon, by all means, let me know. We have good prices starting, and we have an enchanter who comes through every so often to do with upgrades.
Keep that in mind.
Definitely keep that in mind.
If you're looking for light armor, perhaps you might be able to still catch them. I recommend you go to the tannery. Or potentially the tailor, depending on how mobile you want to be. They tend to take care of those non-metallic items.
Alright, sounds good.
Think before it's time, start heading towards the tannery.
Alright, you guys arrive at the tannery, and when you walk in, there is a large large pantheran who has a frost leopard fur. He's lean, soft, and ice blue eyes stare back as he looks over. Ah, welcome to Sir Reginald's tannery. I am Sir Reginald.
Alright.
How might I help you today?
We're looking for some affordable leather armor. Ours took a little too many rat bites.
I see. How affordable are we looking?
What's the cheapest you got?
The cheapest. Let me see here. And he starts walking through, and he's just kind of like taking in all of everything that he has available. He's taking a look at, and he's going, my cheapest, if I might inquire, how cheap are we talking? What does it need to withstand?
Well, we're gonna go hunt goblins.
We're gonna go goblin scouting.
Goblin scouting.
I see, and you need it to be as cheap as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Affordable. I need it to be affordable.
Like, how much silver do we have? Like, 7?
5.
We have 5 silver 71.
Okay.
So let me see here. If we started off with a base 0 and an over of 20, that would be, let's see here, a 20 armor. That could survive you a few nice stabs in the back at the very least. 20, that would be there. Divide that down. Okay. So, here's what I'm thinking. How many sets are you looking to buy?
One for each of us?
3.
Yeah, so 3.
3 sets of armor. I'll need a day to tailor it.
Alright.
Right, let's see here. If we do a light armor, more of a leather gamberson type style, we can definitely cheapen it out by using some more of the cotton cloth from the back. Let me think on this. At about this moment, you see some other people perusing the store. Go ahead and take your opportunity to peruse around while he goes ahead and starts calculating out your bill.
I'm gonna look around and see if they have any caster weapon holsters.
They do. They have a variety. They have some hip holsters, they have some drop holsters, they've got some shoulder holsters in a variety of colored leathers.
I'm just gonna look for a hip holster. What colors do they have? And what are the prices?
Holsters aren't too bad. They have a couple that are actually labeled as Aster belts. And it's where the holster itself is built into the side of the belt. And there's slots for caster shells, for extra caster shells to be held. So it's both bandolier and holster belt together.
How much is that?
He looks over. Oh, which color are you looking for?
Black or brown?
Let me see what I have in the books. And for that, I'll leave the three of you to converse among yourselves while I calculate this out for you.
Oh, good.
All right.
All right. So we don't plan on like going into the nest. How are we just scouting or like what is?
No. I think we should kill the nest. I definitely.
Okay, hold on there, buddy. Time out. As much as I have a blood feud as I have with goblins.
I think we should, scout it out. If it looks doable, take care of it. If it doesn't look doable, take our 2 silver, pass it along.
I agree with Adonis.
Okay.
I'm not saying, rushing in gung-ho.
Not saying that, huh? You're not saying that.
I'm not saying that. But
if we happen to do
rises, we deem it fit that we can take it. We should take out the goblin nest. 17 silver.
17 silver would be nice, but
I would agree.
I don't. Let's just try not getting over our heads. I'd rather not us end up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would prefer not to be, a goblin's plaything. So.
I think they're more likely to eat you.
Yeah, the only playthings are gonna be Miss Ashenthorn.
Well, I don't want any of us to be playthings. I don't want any of us to be playthings. I would like to live.
So,
I hope at that point you just stab me.
So, to look for 3 sets of Gamberson, that's a total of 2 armor, 1 base armor point, and 1 over armor point. The way in which base armor works is base armor is not lost from taking damage unless it's shredding damage, whereas your over base armor gets subtracted. Think of it like an extra health bar.
Okay.
You'll have a total evasion subtraction of 2.
Okay.
These will cost you 150 apiece, so that's 1 silver, 50 copper. For the lot, that would be a total of 4 silver, 50 copper, and since you're buying them as a group bundle, I'll throw in the holster and bandolier.
That leaves us with 2 copper. Okay. Or 2 silver.
It's like 2 copper.
How much was it?
It's gonna be 4 total.
4. No, there's 4 and some change. There's 4 and 30.
4 silver and 50 copper.
50.
That leaves us with 1 silver, 21 copper.
Can I ask him? I know, the armor that we had is damaged, but if we could maybe get, any value towards our new armor by trading in this old stuff, or if he just doesn't want it at all, and there's no reason to trade it into him.
I'll make you a deal. You trade me that heap of scraps that you got there, I'll knock off 50 copper. I'm sure I can turn it into something.
All right, that's good.
Yeah, I'll.
So, okay, yeah, sweet.
The stats.
1 silver, 71 copper.
Sweet. So the stats for your armor is in the chat for you.
do we put the over armor?
It's part of the armor. You have your base and you have your over.
Okay.
So basically, let's say you had an over of 10.
Uh-huh.
As you get hit, that would eventually become 0.
Okay.
But the base will not go away unless there's effects in play.
Okay.
And you'll want to keep track that the value of your armor is 1 silver, 50 copper. That'll affect your resale and stuff like that later.
Okay.
Also could affect potential upgrades. So, we'll go ahead and we'll get those ready. I can have those prepared for you by tomorrow morning.
All right.
All right, so I'll have those out for you by sunrise. And you have your holster belt. Make sure it fits. Good. Don't have to tailor that one, luckily. And yes, I'll have your Gambersons ready for you by the morrow.
All right. Sounds good.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
So, looks like we're going. Let's go to
The poorhouse.
Poorhouse today.
Poorhouse.
You're off to the poorhouse. By the time you get everything done, you arrive at the poorhouse at early evening of 1800 hours.
I think we just take the night just to ourselves. Relax.
You want to
Going for that group room.
Group room? All right,
Yep.
not a problem. So let's see here. You walk up to the bar. Not the Dragon Lily. We're at the poorhouse. There is a human, pale, sandy skin, dirty blonde hair, and hazel eyes. He turns around to you. His hair along the sides of the head is just starting to grow back in, because at first glance you thought he was bald. But it's just growing back in after a shave. The name is Billy Bob around here. People call me Bob. Or Mr. Bob, depending. He's about 5'8", 190 pounds. He's middle ages, probably his early to mid-50s. So, how can I pour you? And he gestures to all his pour taps.
Looking for a group room for the night.
Group room for 3? Just for the night, huh? Just so you know, we do economy housing. So, whatever rate I give you today, don't come back here tomorrow trying to quote it.
Fair.
All right, so for the 3 of you for today, that'll be 12 copper.
Sweet.
What if we want to extend this? What if we want to stay for 5 days?
Well, then you lock in today's rate. That's 12 times 5. 60 copper.
Let's do that.
I mean, I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so for 60 copper... Computer, don't you argue with me.
Don't you argue with me. I am the one in charge
Don't you be
here.
giving me sass.
So 60 copper and for 5 days. Today is the 15th. That will get you down to the 20th. So a week's stay.
Pull up the calendar.
All right.
A week is 5 days, right?
Yep.
Okay. And our stay would be up the 20th?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. All right, so he goes ahead, he draws up the contract, you touch down the keystone, it flashes, he makes a lame joke about how, see, I got your key to you already, because your stone is your room key. And
service.
Mm-hmm. And you receive, you're on the 3rd floor, room 11.
Up we go.
Up we go, yeah.
Okay. This place is not as nice as the Dragon's Lily.
Understandable.
There is one barely flickering light giving you some vague sense of, hey, look, it's not completely dark. There are 3 cots, 1 wardrobe, and 2 nightstands. And a wash basin with an actual pitcher of water that's about room temp at this point.
Hey, get you pay for it. It's no big deal.
5 days worth, so.
Yeah.
A place to sleep.
Yeah.
So, you guys are calling it an evening for the night? No nightlife?
Not.
I want to clean my caster weapon.
Yeah, I'm gonna clean my arm.
Alright. The kit that the dwarves gave you actually will have enough oil and remedies for you to clean up your caster, or to clean up your caster gun, and to clean up your arc mail arm and get it nice and shiny, so it no longer looks dingy, because you've taken a lot of baths, and those baths have stripped away the protective oils. And so you're looking good now.
Sweet.
You look put together. And we're going to go ahead and tick the clock forward.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just wondering, when were we ending tonight?
We're about to end it.
Okay.
All right.
We are literally coming to the end. I was letting you guys get your shopping out of the way.
Okay, fair enough.
I would like to practice any Elvish that I can while,
I was
capping
gonna
it
say
on
the same
nightlife.
thing.
Okay.
The three of you together can practice your Elvish. Go ahead and add 1d12 worth of Elvish.
Yeah,
Look
let
at
me
me
just
go.
add a
8.
D12 to my 500.
Well, I only have
You're
100, so
speaking in the old language.
now I have
That's something.
108.
Ooh, I got 11. So that puts me at, I think, 411.
Nice.
Very nice. All right. And we will pick up with you guys waking up to your armor being delivered.
Ooh, delivery.
Ho ho.
Fancy.
Advantage
All in
of...
all.
Oh, yeah. You guys wake up. There's you wake to your armor being delivered at the poorhouse. And that's where we'll pick up next session.
Hell yeah.
All right.
So it is the 16th of Augustus, and you all have... Oop, hold on, we just paid for housing. So you have 1 silver and 50 copper. No, 50.
50 copper.
Oh yeah, because we didn't have to pay the 50 for the
Yep.
the armor.
Right. So y'all
Did you
came
do
out.
math wrong? Okay.
I've been tracking.
He is the Bank of Stone. He do track.
I do. So you've got 1 silver and 50 copper left to your names. You've only been here entering your 3rd day.
Great times.
Better have 50 gold.
I will say that as the night goes on, you do hear some people talk about the fact that they're still looking for people to clean the sewers. And that is where the session has come to an end until next week.